Welcome everyone to the Craft Engine launch live stream. I am Benny. I am one of the co-founders of Craft Engine, and with me today is Lars. He's
Uh,
one of our chief crafters. Yeah, please introduce yourself.
Yes, hello everyone. And my name is Lars. I've been with Benny since last bull run, known him since then. I know this is gonna be a long night for all of us, so I need to crack a beer straight off the bat because it is gonna be one of those nights when we're all gonna have a sit here together and be very cozy. So with the market being as it is, we have I would say actually beautiful launch already. It's stapling out. We had the
Yeah.
bad actors out, and everything is actually going according to the plan.
I want to explain some stuff. The launch didn't go as we expected. We expected to launch at a higher market cap, but there were bad actors getting into the token early. We need to evaluate who that was, but what we evaluated is that the allocation looks all right. They are out. We are just launching with a lower market cap. As expected, we have sorted out the allocations, we have sorted out everything around the token, and I will get back to the token in a while because we have a schedule for this stream, and I quickly want to go over the schedule so you know what we can expect in the next few hours of our launch stream. Um, there it is. So in hour one, that's now, we will talk about, of course, the token. We will talk about the project and the people behind the project. We will have a little break between those hours. In the hour two, we will talk about the revenue and the marketing and our plans for that. In hour three, we talk about one of our most liked engines, the custom image engine. In hour four, we talk about the character engine. And in hour five, if we could scroll down the thank you very much. In hour five, we were going to talk about the scaling and the partnerships we already got and will have. And in hour six, we have a recap of everything and announce the winners. The winners, who can win? Let's start with that. Let's start with the
Oh yeah. Tell us how we can get more craft tokens by doing a little bit extra work, please.
All right. So what we have thought about is we will have some rates within the next 6 hours. Like you can see it in our official Telegram. We will have rates, and we will evaluate every engagement of those rates. So if you like a post that we are rating, then you get 1 point, one ticket or 1 point. If you comment on a rate, you will also get 1 ticket. And if you retweet this rate, you get 3 tickets. So you can earn 5 tickets. You can earn 5 tickets of every rate we are doing. And at the end of hour five, we take all the rates we did and analyze the engagements. We will calculate the ticket of your entries, and then we will pick 5 winners who will each win $100 worth of craft tokens at that point. So yes, please, like the best marketing you can get is from community, and we have seen it. It's mouth to mouth. So we are counting on your engagement. Buy a bag of craft, and then let's go, I would say. Cool. Lars, what are we talking about this hour?
So, well, first of all, you just explained the lovely competition about the airdrop, and then of course explanation about everything we just went through. Then we have, well, the multi-engine architecture. This is your big brain coming into it together with you and Ruby. You guys been architecting all the small details in the background. So tell us, what is the architecture?
Oh, I think I want to come to the architecture a little later when we explain it. I think even like the architecture of all that we are building is really complex. It's not your typical wrapper you have. It's really an agentic system, and I want to show you how that works later on.
Okay.
Um, we
We have a
have just,
special guest coming in, right?
I think we have a guest coming in. Let's see where he is, if he joins.
So this is actually one of the most amazing people I know. I really hope he's here in the back end.
Let's see.
Let's see.
We got questions that the liquidity pool tokens are not locked and not burned yet. We are on that, and once it's burned, we will give you confirmation and give you the tax. Oh, good that it's coming up. We'll talk about the team later on, but Ruby, my other co-founder, is like managing everything in the back end, giving us the images. And here you can see that we have a documentation page. You can find that at docs.craftengine.app. Yeah, or if you scan this QR code. And essential part of our core marketing will be that we are also doing mouth-to-mouth marketing and having a lot of clients on other chains. Like we are on base chain, but we want to grab everyone from the other chains, especially today from Solana. There might be a lot of people who don't know what to do now. So we want to get them. And so we have made some documentations about how to easily bridge Solana to Ethereum on Base to buy craft tokens. And you can see that in our docs. So yeah. All right. Let's see if our guest is joining.
So I have a feeling that he's taking care of his kid tonight. You know,
Yeah.
he does have a young son that is a little bit about bedtime. So I do imagine that he's taking care of his little boy this evening.
Yeah, it could
So
be.
Benny, then we can always talk about what is the story, when everything started, when did you come into crypto, and how did everything evolve into what is now the Craft Engine?
Yes, I'm so pumped to finally go like live with all the informations. As I said, like I'm Benny, I'm a co-founder, and Ruby is the other co-founder. We are both software engineers, developers, and both our work changed a lot in the past 4 years once AI was able to code. It multiplied us by like 10x. We are not doing anything we did before 4 years ago. It's so amazing how much you can work if you have like basic knowledge about coding. I'm more the backend guy who does services backend, building agents, and Ruby is like the magician behind all the design and all the user experience of Craft Engine. Here you can see it. That's on our website. So Ruby's on the left and I'm on the right. And in between we have Marty. Marty's in the chat. You can talk to Marty. Like if you say, hey, Marty, how are you doing? He may be answering, like he decides it's himself if he's answering or not.
Like he's
He's our
hallucinating?
yeah, he's our little AI assistant. We have some lore coming up around Marty that you don't want to miss, I think. But yes, that's the core team. That's how we found a Craft Engine. Why did we found Craft Engine, or why did we make this project? We found out that the generative AI tools, have come to a point where if you put work into them, like really many hours to know them, to get to know them, you can extract so much more quality than you do from simple wrappers. Like there are a lot of generative AI projects out there, but what we have found is they are building a wrapper where you prompt something and get something back. And then they're launching a token, they're releasing the product, and they are moving on and don't build all the quality. So there is a need in the space of cheap and qualitative generative AI. That's what we found. We we like there was the Loafcat. I think Loafcat is our first B2B customer. And this is this little meme token with a little cat Brad, and they were in need of a custom image generator that can. There it is. Yeah, that's Loafcat. They were in need to have an image generator that can generate images of Loafcat consistently. And we thought, yeah, we can try that. And we found that it's not easy to train a good model, but if you put enough work into it, you can create such high quality content. And we did that with Loafcat. They implemented it into their chat. The community still loves it. They are using it daily. It's amazing how much assets they have generated. That was the start. Like we built this MVP, this little product that could help a community, and it just went viral, you know. And we searched for our competitors, and there were, for example, Creator AI, which are one of the biggest in this space. They provide image generators for Brett, for example, or for Landwolf. And we thought, like, we can do it cheaper and we can do it maybe better. So we tried and it kind of worked. And we could offer the same package for a cheaper price and a higher quality. And without doing any marketing, we got to other B2B partners or meme tokens that also were in need of those. Yeah, and that was the point where we saw, okay, there is so much need of high quality generative AI in the space for everyone, for the devs, for the community, for everyone. And then we jumped on that idea.
So tell me a little bit about how is Craft Engine actually so much different compared to so many other models out there? As you mentioned, there is a plethora of these AI models, half baked, half not baked, fully baked, medium, and we have
And
John
we
in
have
the house.
Sean. Welcome,
You got the
Sean.
good bed. How are you
Hey,
tonight?
hey.
How are you
I'm good.
doing?
As you can see, I still got this. Look,
Oh,
I have to put
yeah.
it on. I have to put it on.
Wait, I'll have to get mine now because I just got mine washed, I think. No, wait. It's somewhere in the house. I just came
I'm
home after 1 month on the road.
now mine. Actually, look, Ben is good idea. Water. I need water. Um, I'm good.
And the solution
I've
is a
had a
good beer.
bad migraine to be. I've still got it. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
going away, but I had to come here and see what the fuss is about because everyone seems to be texting me all sides of of the world. But all good, all good.
So,
I
John,
think I'm up and running.
no, that's good. So, John, tell me, how did you actually meet Benny? How did you discover Benny in a way, in
How
your
did
own
that
way?
go? It was actually an interesting one, really, because we were doing this thing called the Crux Cage, and essentially I think Benny was forced into coming to it because
I have no idea what you're talking about.
he was someone twisted his arm to come into the show. But yeah, like the oh yeah, I don't know why I just see myself now, but I was seeing everyone else. Yep, and so Benny just pops by. He's talking about his um product and everything else. I'm going, cool. It started like, an AI gaming generation system. I was like, that's pretty cool. And I'm not even into games, to be honest. I'm not much of. I used to be a gamer back when we had Guild of Wars or. I don't know if anyone knows them. Nine Dragons, old, like really old games, like really, like not many people know these. And then since then, I've not played much. It's just been mostly crypto and business really. I need to, like everyone says, I need to loosen up a bit because I talk about business all the time. I have to do that, loosen up. So essentially Benny comes to this thing. He's a guy. He's like, you can tell he's a bit nervous, but then once his engine starts, he gets very excited. He heats up like just like a steam engine. You could hear his brain like going quicker and quicker as the coal is poured in, and the guy just blurts out information. He's just like creating this game live while he's speaking. And it's like, I really like this guy, whether it works or not. I like the guy. I don't really care much about the product. Is what he does. So and then we've been working since then together. Like he's helped out on Balkan Script. He did the website with Ruby, and obviously we've got a lot of things that are gonna happen. I know everyone's looking at Craft Engine as one of the pieces, but um, there's going to be a lot of moving parts on the Web 2 sides that's going to feed into this machine that everyone calls Craft Engine. So I'll give you a bit of an idea of what I say is going to feed the machine. Just in Albania alone, there's $34 billion OTC market, and while I was doing the event, the new people coming in, I learned all this information. And then I learned there's a 340 billion euro mining market. And I'm like, fuck, like, there's a lot of stuff to do in this region, and no one's actually in cryptos talking about it, right? So, um, and the conference, yes, some people may say it wasn't busy, but the quality of the conference was insane. It beat a lot of records in the region. Like we had about 13 billionaires that like probably no conference has had in one space, like talking about opportunities. We had really high figures, like some people didn't even know, like even like athletes, like world uh, champions in boxing that were there. No one knew who they were, and these guys are just walking around like going, oh, "Okay, cool, what's going on around here?" So we had some amazing, quality-wise, quality people, and like next year we're already getting inquiries on like what we're doing, how we're going to make this happen, what next. And I really do see Craft Engine doing a lot of work in the next event, obviously in terms of like generation some animation, some gaming, and yeah, there's a fair bit for Craft to do. And you can see Benny's animation on there. He didn't want a real picture. I was like, come on, man, next year
He
we'll have
wanted
a
the
real picture of
craft
Benny.
engine style, right?
Yeah, it was like the new ChatGPT came out and Ghibli style and everything, so I tried it myself and sent it over.
But yeah, on the top of the Balkan's crypto event, that was actually one of the events where I felt like personally, and I know Benny felt the same. You didn't have to run around for every 15 minutes finding somebody new to talk to. You got quality connections. Like
Yeah.
you talk with people for so long. I never had a conference. Personally, I now have 3 jobs that came out of that one event because of you, John, and because of everything with Craft Engine. So I can only say you did a major success down there.
Well, that's
Absolutely.
I think next year will hopefully make a bigger boom, right? There's a lot of like I've already have like a few inquiries to create like some. I send Benny a flow. I'm not sure if you even got to check it out, but there's like
Yeah.
huge opportunity to create a AI doctor app. Like I can't really tell you for who, but that's a massive opportunity. They are pretty much $1 billion business, and they've already requested to like have something like that. So imagine creating that with Craft Engine, some of the animation or the video of the doctor, or making it fun for kids. How cool would that be? So there's a lot of opportunity that's coming our way. It's just like now we just need to grab it and push forward.
Yeah, there's so much need in generative AI space for the whole Web3 and also Web2. And yeah, thank you, John, that you gave us the opportunity to be part of your event. Like it was an awesome experience. I got to speak about AI, and a lot of connections were made on our side. Valuable, very valuable connections. And we are thrilled to meet next year into this. It was a firsty, and it will grow, and you got like 11 countries that are helping it to grow.
Yeah, no, like I mean, like I'm not worried about the conference. What I want really is, in general, um, everyone's had that experience when they go to a conference and it doesn't give you the value you want.
Yeah.
And I want to grow it the same way I started. It's all about value. It's about the people that come there, and then like quality over quantity. It's very hard to filter, by the way, like to get the right people there. It's
Yeah.
it's a, it's a lot of work, but
Oh yeah,
like
that was our
like, that
booth.
we were the first to have like everyone had support. So if something went wrong, the guys like would go and fix it. There was like on-stand support for every single booth. Like they'd run around fixing everything, any technical issues. And like, when you go to other event, I picked everything that went to say like ETH Denver, or what's it called? Consensus, Token 2049. There's plenty of events I've been to, but the biggest issues were that there was never enough support. So we hired a whole team to support everyone in the booth, every of the speakers, and anything they needed. They had like direct instant support at their desk. It wasn't like, oh, your stuff doesn't work, like your TV
Yeah.
screen is just not working, or you have no IT support. Everything was, instant. So I think, for next year we are looking at different venues to make it even cooler. But obviously that's going to be a surprise for everyone. Where we go and no one knows.
We
Well, I'm
are.
looking forward to come down there and host one of your stages again, at least, Jan. I had so much fun, and I've never been so stressed in my life because I wanted everything to be perfect.
But that's part of that's part of the fun, right? But I mean, look, like you got like what everyone's worried about, in this space is everyone's looking at charts and how, oh, this project did 20, 30 million, but no one actually asks the questions, do these projects ever generate revenue? Yes,
Yeah.
some do generate revenue through market making, but that's not revenue,
No.
that's not revenue. So what we need to do is like think about everyone. Look, Benny is running the show here. I've got plenty to do with Balkan script and other things that I'm doing, but what everyone needs to know is any like business that I get that it's not really my area of expertise, I'll probably pass it to craft team and to grow that side. And look, wherever happens, but I think the Web 2 field needs a lot of help in the AI field, and I
Yeah.
think getting the hybrid version where you help Web 2, but you're in the Web 3 sphere where you're like in the stock. Well, Web 3 is the stock market, right, of a
Yeah.
business. So you don't have to ask anyone's permission to go on the stock market. Whereas if you go into like say New York Stock Exchange, you need to have meet certain criteria, yada yada. But here we don't have to meet them criteria. We build our own. The investors build it. The problem is people have forgotten how a business is built. So what they do is they get 2-3x. They don't look at longevity. They just want to make quick buck. But they don't understand that they make it here, but they lose it next door.
Exactly, and that's what we really want to fight. Like a lot of people come to us and said, one good thing is that you're doxxed. And for me, it was like the normalest thing in the world to be doxxed if I want to build a business that is successful because I'm like the manager of it. And Ruby is also doxxed, and our team is also doxxed. So that was like the first impressions. But like setting up a really a business, a real business, like a Web 2 business in Web 3. It's difficult to also answer the questions because, like, we need to get in mind that we want to become the biggest generative AI provider in the whole space. That's our goal. That was the one-liner at the event that I gave out, and like we really want to get there, and we have a unique marketing strategy which we are talking about in hour 2, but we also like really put some work into how to generate revenue. We are already generating revenue with our B2B customers, and it's only getting more. It's only getting more eyes. We are only getting more eyes on us and get more clients to fill. And this is the main goal, to build a business also in Web 2 that is very valuable, that has the revenue to hold the business. And yeah, we really want to tackle that. And yeah, we will explain how we do that in the next few hours.
Like look at I think that's what we need to really focus on. And guys, like I know everyone's a lot of people like the guys that are here for say 48 hours, I call the 48-hour investors. I know these guys will say when moon, when this, when marketing, but when did you say when work? when are you doing something, right? If guys are working and doing something and showing results, then support it. I remember, back when the first few projects I think 216. I mean, when it became a bit of a thing, it was 217, 218. Like everyone launching projects, everyone going to um, XRP, and they were like, "Oh, cool! Like there's a lot more projects that are happening." Everyone got excited, then bam, red candle, right? But
Yeah,
then they still look at that. You got the XRP army, right? And that's what we need to build here.
exactly. And we are trying to do that. And our team is like, we haven't talked about the team yet. You heard about Ruby, you heard about me. You have seen Lars, which will be our long-term host also for this business. But what we have already is like 6 guys working together very well, compensating each other on different stuff, and we are working with a lot of dedication because we can realize what is in front of us, and this is a job we need to do to you, to all of you, to get the vision that we have in our heads and the way that we want to go this vision, which is a clear and planned out way, to also get in your heads, that you can feel it, what we want to do and how we want to do it. So yes, we have an awesome team. We will look for more team members. We are in need of developers. So we we want to have this AI enhanced developers that we also are, and also the job applications won't be as like normal. We want to have AI enhanced people working with us. Sam Altman once said there will be $1 billion evaluated companies only run by 10 people, because everyone can use AI to elaborate that. And we have a core value. We have 3 core values, but one core value is automation. Everything we can automate, we will do. We will write an agent for that, and he will do it itself. And that way, we can really build a very valuable company with a small team size. And this is what I'm looking for the most. How do you see that, Lars?
Well, how everything is building. I know one thing is, now I've been on a phone call with you one time over half an hour, and I know how your brain works very technically. So often you need a translator, and that's where you have all your moderators and your team behind you. We are here to translate the technical terms, right? The really technical terms. I love them though, because when you go so deep into everything, how you describe your passion into it, and you just zoom out, it's amazing.
Yeah, let's try let's try to bring that passion to our new investors.
Well, it will be there for sure, and that's the thing. We are here to build. We're not. We wouldn't want to sit here for 6 hours if we not want to build something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I see Ruby is highlighting something for me off screen with the multi-engine architecture agentic system that you should share on screen. Yeah, Ruby really has it highlighted for me on the side here. When I look at the documents, it's like highlighted for me.
Okay, so what exactly is highlighted on your end?
Multi-engine architecture plus agentic system plus core values, as we
Okay,
work in our
perfect.
values
That's
always.
that's a good. Maybe we should. Is John here again?
He's
Yeah.
having the kid woke up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like let's start with the core values, because this will be very important for the whole feeling that we want to distribute.
Ah, John is
Hey,
back.
John. John is back.
Hi, Rita.
So the first core value, and this will distinct us from others, is that we will have products with awesome user interface and awesome user experience, as well as high quality, because we have found that it's if you put in the work into generative AI models, it's you're getting out so much quality if you just put in the work. And we are happy to deliver like high quality assets for like a really low price, and we will just lower the price ongoing. The first core value is high quality. delivered in user experience and user interface. So what many generative AI projects, in our opinion, do not so good is that you connect the wallet. Let's say you want to generate an image. You connect the wallet, you log in, and there are technical buttons everywhere. You want to use this one out of 20 models. Then you click on it, then you get a whole mask with you don't know what to do. And we want to ease that. We want to really, like, AI gives us the opportunity to detect sentiment, to detect what you really want. And we can use this. We can use this to really work in the back end to generate much more awesome assets without all the technical stuff. You just need a prompting window. You just need to tell what you want, and you will get what you want. And this is what we are rooting for, not only in Web3, because the competition in Web3 is like it's there, but we can fight it, but also in Web2. Like we on our roadmap, there is planned out a generative AI app for the iPhone, because like I've downloaded every single app on my phone, and every single app wasn't a good user experience. It wasn't a good UI. It wasn't high quality. And we want to fight that. We want to do that in Web3 and Web2 because we have the chance. We have the first mover chance. That's the first core value. The second one was like automate everything with agentic systems. I've talked about that. And the third value we have is that we are going to keep this small, that we are searching for people who can do that, who can do the work of a whole department in just one person, because he uses the right AI tools. And there are so many launching every week, and we need to go through them and see if they are good or not. But in the end, you will have like a working setup, and you need to just work with AI to fulfill your tasks. So yes, those are the core values. That's how we want to write and code our products.
Sorry, I got distracted by somebody asking in main chat, when do you guys sleep? Or when do we sleep?
Yeah, no
Never.
sleep at all.
There's no
Yeah.
sleep for
No.
builders.
There's really no sleep.
It's always
Yes,
chat is 24/7. We are 24/7. Sleep is for the wicked, and when we go 6 feet under.
That's what my granddad used to say, but I think I'll enjoy life before the 6 feet under bit.
just a bit. Yeah, it's like we are enjoying so much what we do, also Ruby, and I don't know how much night shifts he had in the past weeks to fulfill everything. The magician behind Craft Engine, you see the styles, you see the images and content. It's all Ruby's work. It's all like the magician's work. And yes, we don't get sleep very much.
So John, do tell, how is Midnight Crypto doing? So you work with this project for many years as well with the Midnight.
How is Midnight Crypto? Well, me, I am doing okay apart from getting the bug. But in general, like being in crypto in general, because you get like a lot of different ideas, initiation. Obviously, everyone knows here I'm co-founder of Tutorial. Now we organize a team on there as well. So in my goal in life is really to create something unique on the education side where our kids' future is protected, as well as obviously having a conference or just say an event where people can go and meet and come up with ideas instead of go to a conference to get freebies and really go nowhere as far as that. So for me, like sleep is, yeah, it is a routine that I don't go sleep past like midnight is really like early for me, so I live up to my name. So I wake up probably 7 a.m. and I sleep at 1 a.m. every day.
Well, I know
Or
that. Like
six.
I remember not long ago we were sitting around the pool, four guys sitting on our phones, and everybody's looking at us. Why are the guys sitting on the pool stool around the pool? What are they doing on the phones? And they came and asked us, "Oh, we are working."
Yeah, work. Where do you work? On Telegram? What is that?
It's such a fun conversation with people outside crypto going in like, what is Telegram? Oh, it's so, and then you open this massive app with all these channels and millions of unread messages over the years that's just stuck there.
Where you spend hours of your life in that app, hours over hours. But yes, it's like every like in Web 2, Web 3 is even more about connecting, and this is what John gave us the opportunity with the Balkans event, and we're so looking forward to do that next year too, because the people will be much will like it will be bigger. It will be we will be part of it. We want to work with it. We want to work with you to make it also a success. So yeah, I'm hyped for next year, John, actually.
I am super. I'm excited, really, and plus, it's a shame that I didn't get to see some of my friends out there. Like our boy Crypto. He just called me a legend. One of the things, so it was a shame. But I'll give him a shout out. He just became a dad, and he's gonna be an amazing dad. So it's just, yeah, just recently. I think the baby is probably what 18, 19 days old now.
That is
Still
amazing. Big
great.
congrats, our
Congratulations.
boy Crypto.
Yeah.
It is one of the biggest honors to be a dad, right?
Why are you
So,
not logging
milady, we
liquidity?
actually got an answer for you, and it's come right here. This
It
is
comes
a
out. It
certified
is
lock off the liquidity, everyone, meaning that all the liquidity is now locked. So everything is locked behind safe and key.
Yeah, lock and the key has been thrown away. Is that what you're telling me? Because
That's always what we do. Why would we keep the key for a lock? We throw it away and
no,
then
it's
we try
burned.
and find it in a couple of
It's
years.
burned, guys. It's burned.
Exactly.
yeah, so
Basically
it's
thrown
not
away.
locked. It's
No,
burned.
it's burned. We've burned it. We sent the liquidity pool tokens to the null address. Yeah, there you can see it. All
Yeah,
right.
so there's no messing around with LP now. Everyone can start trading, doing their thing. I mean, look, there's a lot of things I would say to everyone. Like everyone's probably watching the chart, saying, "Oh, what's going to happen?" But you guys know what these guys are going to do. The
Yeah.
chart is just going to be one of the things they're going to. I know from um, talking to Benny and meeting the guys in real life for the first time at the event, I know what they're capable of, you know. And in terms of talent, they have it. In terms of work ethic, they have it. In terms of uh, all the so what you get in crypto is a lot of talk, but not action. A lot of people promising stuff, but never delivering that product. These guys have all the juice where they deliver product, they build product, they already build it. So they showed it to me on build when they build our website. They showed it to me when that I said, "Hey guys, I need like a ticketing system for Balkans crypto. I need it in 4 days because there's a huge error." And the guys were like, "Cool, we'll build it." They built me a ticketing system in 4 days. Right, I got the back end, all the stuff sorted, and then just connected the dots and built the ticketing system. That is talent. Now you go and ask Ticketmaster to get an integration in 4 days.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. The ticketing system. Yes, that was good work also from Ruby and from Maroon that we need to point out from Black Toes AI. It was like in four days we needed to set up a new system for ticketing payable with crypto and with cash, with credit card, and distributing the tickets over email and having a ticket scanner ready. So a whole project that would take for weeks, but we did it in 4 days, and I was very glad that it worked out in the end. Maybe there's also like a market, an empty market right now because you can't just buy one. Can you, John? Like it's not there.
It was very expensive, wasn't it? The original one. That's why Benny and then like came in like, "Hey, I'll take this ticket system." But John, was that the most unexpected things that happened to you during Balkan's crypto, the ticketing system?
Oh, but not.
I don't even want to start. Right, there's a lot of work we still need to do on the site, but obviously, in general, the Balkans crypto website it's actually it was really also a social experiment for everyone here because no one actually had done an event. I'd never done an event, right? It was kind of like, can we make it happen? And I think a lot of people didn't believe that we could make it happen. Like, everyone was just skeptical. And like when I was like, I'm the type of person that's very stubborn. I'll do something if I want to do it, even if it's like life and death. I'll limp there and I'll get it done. And we made it, we got it done, and I think next year, we'll open a lot more doors actually. And
Yeah.
thanks to the guy, like you got to give credit to some of the guys that were there, right? Like
Yeah.
Ease Protocol, Binance, BitGet, and the
Yeah.
other companies that were surrounded, and Santos Coffee. They had the top quality coffee. Like, you won't get that quality coffee anywhere. And and we had like rakia. We had some, like we had the oldest rakia for free. Imagine you having a shot of one of the oldest rakias in the Balkans, free. So yeah, we did. We yeah. So that shot probably cost more than someone's ticket.
Absolutely. And I can always advise to build your booth next to the coffee stand because people are just crazy for coffee. And if your booth is next to it, you get a lot of conversations done. So thank you for putting me there. Or
I
putting
think I
us
had like double espressos a day in that coffee stand.
there.
They
I
started to
think,
look at me weird.
yeah, they probably said like, "Who's this guy? He's costing us money." We start charging him.
Yeah. Oh, there we see the feed of the Balkans event with all speakers. The X feed. Have a look at it. It will be awesome next year. You can
We
join.
also certified everyone, right? We
Yeah.
gave everyone a certificate, which
Yeah,
was
I have like pictures with every single speaker I work with where I hand them a certificate. It was one of the most amazing things. I mean, two guys from Binance and everybody else is handing over the certification to.
Yeah. It was amazing. All right. How long are we into the first hour already? We haven't talked about the products, which will give us the revenue, which will also be put into the token.
That is an
Um,
hour too, yes.
is it an hour? Yeah, it is an hour too. But should we wrap it up the first hour right now? How long
Well, the
are we
thing is,
into?
I think it's very good with a small coffee break, and we want to say
Yeah.
thank you for John for jumping in and say hello to the missus. And it's been amazing having you here with us, John. And I know we're gonna have a lot of phone calls, and we're gonna see each other
Yes.
very soon.
Thank you so much for your support, John.
thank you guys. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's have a small break, a small coffee break, and we will back explaining the products and the revenue and the marketing strategy.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it
See you
will.
all in about 10-20 minutes.
All right. See you.
And we're back. Hey, Benny, how are you feeling?
He's feeling concentrated. All right. Was I? Oh, okay. Yeah, welcome to the second hour of our Craft Engine launch live stream. In this hour, we will explain more about our products, of course, and we will explain how we will do marketing and our own strategy of doing that. All right, let's jump right into explaining which products we have. Maybe we can open the website because, yeah, perfect. At first, we got the image engine. Every engine we have three sizes. So we are delivering it in S size and an M size and then an L size, small, medium, large. So this is for simplicity. It will change quality, and it will change the pricing for that, of course. The image engine is a text to image model, but also an image to image model, where we will include different mechanisms to edit the image, to change the style, to change the background, to remove the background, and everything that you can imagine handling with images. And we will have a release today about that. This is the image engine. We start with that. Next off is the custom image engine. We've talked about that in the first hour. It is a way for meme tokens, especially, to bring their character into a trained model. So if you have like 20 to 30 high quality assets of your character, come to us. We can train a model, and we can implement it into your community, into your project, into your website, into your X, Discord. And yes, we can, and the community can just generate assets. That's so valuable. That's like if you let design 20 images from a designer which are high quality, then you have this image model, you can just generate assets and put it out on social media. It's very valuable. And actually, right now, 6 B2B customers are already using that for their channels. We can show them later on. That's the custom image engine. The next is, of course, the video engine. Right now, the models are pretty expensive. They a little bit more work needs to be done. We are using like 20 different open source models for our engines, and also some closed source models for the quality. And the open source image video generation is often slow, or not high quality, or not existent and closed. So we need to make another few weeks for it to be cheaper to really deliver that, but it's implemented. Like the image engine mediums is implemented, but it costs a lot of money right now. This will bring your meme to life. The next engine we have, and this will be our most valuable engines, and I'll tell you why later on. It's the character engine. Like, not only are we training an image model for your character, we are also bringing the character to life in chat. We give it a personality, we give it knowledge about the project, about the admins and everything else, and then it sits in the community. The thing is, it can not only talk to the community and keep it active from time to time, it can also support people, explaining your product, explaining your project. Like, people are actually coming into the private DMs of the bot and asking something like, "Hey, I got kicked. I don't know why. Can you tag an admin?" And the character engine is able to say, "Yes, of course, I will talk to an admin, and we get you unmuted again so you can write again." So the character engine is also acting as a moderator. It can mute somebody, it can kick somebody. You can set it in a mode where you need to approve the action, but it acts as support, it acts as moderator, and it gives you daily analysis about the whole chat. So we are saving every chat message of that community. And once a day, they get a daily update, analysis. Did they miss some messages? What was the sentiment? Was it not good? Why? Something like that. So we are catching also every message of those communities. And this is where our marketing strategy will come to place later on. After the character engine, this is where we started, actually. After the character engine, we have the game engine. So we want to give projects, Web3 projects, but also other B2C customers the option to generate their own game with their own assets, with their own meme, and also with their own token implemented into the game. So people can maybe stake the token or buy some upgrades with the token, or they have the upgrades because they hold the token. So the game engine will be something very, very special. And we started with that a few months ago. We showed it to people. It was magical. But we really want to concentrate on the first engines first because of the marketing strategy we have thought. Yes, Lars, do you think that anything needs to be explained about the engine anymore?
Well, the thing is, there's so much more to come over time, right? So
Yeah.
what you explained right now is what we have and what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So we still need to. We always already been on an hour, so we need to recap a little bit about what have we done the last hour, right?
Yeah.
We had John in. We went a little bit through about how launch went, how we are working on things, and on this hour we actually going in. So, do you want to explain exactly what we're going into this 1 hour for this time around?
Yeah, sure, sure. Maybe I've been too quick with the explanations, but in this hour we are going to talk about the marketing strategy that we have thought about to become the biggest generative AI provider in the space. And this has a lot to do with a lot of traffic, with a lot of attention, and we will get to that. What Ruby is showing currently on the screen is another part of our website, because all the engines I just explained, they are available on multiple devices and in multiple social media, yeah, platforms. So at first, we will release a Craft Engine Studio. This will be a B2C app where people can really generate their assets, set up their projects, their meme projects, fully autonomous without our help. This will launch as web app, but the engines we have now, they can be implemented into your socials, like into Telegram, into Discord, into X, everywhere. We are also offering it as API, so you can build on top of that, and we will also we will also deliver it as MCP. So your AI knows how to use our tools. Maybe elaborate on that. So yes, that's where we are going with our products. We are going to have a B2C application. We are going to have an iPhone app that I've talked about the last hour, and we are into every socials platform that there is for Web3
Exactly.
clients.
And the wonderful thing in Europe is that it's actually become easier to become on iPhone now. Even I cracked that one on the side just for fun. So the main thing is you and Ruby came together and built a team with Monty as your assistant. Could you do you want to tell a little bit about which kind of team we got into Craft Engine?
How do you mean that? Which kind of team?
Well, the team, our team guys behind the ones you see in chat every day. You see inside. You have casual, you have hitchcrafter, and you have everybody in there.
We need to elaborate on the team, of course. Yes, like Hitchcrafter is one of our first team members, or the first team member actually. He's responsible for the coordination. He's helping us out a lot, thinking with us. We have Ozzy, which is our KOL manager. He is currently in talks with the KOLs, talking about the launch, talking also about what went wrong, and how we can work together to actually fight, not fight, to actually make this difficulties seem nevertheless like seem the we will talk about Aussie, about the KOLs later on when it comes to the marketing. And we have Casual, which is taking our Discord. We also have some mods helping out today. So shout out to you all. It's been an amazing work you've done the past few weeks for Craft. And thank you so much for working for us.
And that's the thing. You bring in the right people in the right position, right?
There they are. That's the
Yeah.
team.
I remember Kasha coming into chat one day, like, I feel like the odd one out just because of the orange color. It was so funny that day. So Casual is actually a guy that me and Benny known since, well, at the same time we met each other. So us three have basically been working together in many different areas. We
Yeah.
haven't always talked, but we always knew each other. That and any of us DM'd each other, we are there for each other straight off. And that's the beauty about this kind of space when we're free, that you build the right connections when you find them and you keep working with them. You move each other around all
Yeah.
the time.
Exactly. And as you can see in the image, we have a unique style of our profile pics, and it just fits. It gives us like this team vibe. And then I'm very glad that everyone is working for us, and yeah, we will tackle everything in the future. What what I want to do now is, like, I've explained those engines we are building and where they want to be. Maybe, oh, Ruby has the docs open. Maybe we can
Ruby
go
is
over.
far ahead of us all the time.
Ruby
Like
is
he's
always
ready.
far
Like
ahead.
we need to go over here now, guys. You've been discussing everything so much. So
Exactly.
bridging. Tell us about the bridging and what
The
the sheet is about.
All right. So we tell about that twice this stream because it makes sense at the end too. But what we want to do is we want to get the word of Craft Engine out on every chain. We are on base chain, but we also want to get people to work with us to be able to invest in our tokens from Solana or from Ethereum. That's why we have released this very easy bridging sheets where you can see how to bridge from Solana to base Ethereum to maybe also buy Craft. So if you're from Solana, if you're from Ethereum, you can see this bridging guides, and you can see how you can, like in 3 or 5 steps, how you can buy Craft with Solana out of Phantom, for example. Yes, the bridging sheets. I've talked about the engines right now, and it's like, yeah, you have an image generator and a custom image generator and a video engine. Many people got that. Many projects do have it. Like I've said why we think we can become the biggest in the space, but I want to show you in a more detailed way why that is. I will share my screen for that.
Oh, please do. We need it.
All right. This is a flow. This is a flow how most of the generative AI tools are working. The user is giving a prompt, a green basketball. It goes over a service of that business or company. And this
So,
service.
Benny, can you zoom a little bit more in? I'm not
Yeah,
able to
sure.
see it on my side 100%.
Sure. Is it better? Cool. So we have a prompt, a green basketball. It goes through a service from your generative AI provider, which goes to an maybe closed API, which generates an image and gives back the image. That's a wrapper. That's a normal wrapper. You give something, you get something back without any further evaluation. Many projects are built like that because it's easy, it's quick, and it works. What we want to achieve is a multi-agent architecture. Everything, you can see it here, everything that happens in the back end can also be done by agents, which are itself working on their own stuff. Like we have the same prompt here, a green basketball. It runs over our services as generative AI provider. What we do first is we have an agent that detects the sentiment and the context of the chat. What that means is, like, it knows what you have generated before. It knows what the current sentiment of the chat is, what your current sentiment is. Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you working on something specific? And for example, let's say this user who typed in a green basketball, he's currently working on an anime show or anime images. We can detect that out of the context, and then we can put that information into another agent, the reprompter agent, which has a detailed overview of the user, of the context itself, and of the sentiment. And instead of giving a green basketball to the AI model, it gives like a really huge detailed text with all that the user can like with all the user wants, So let's say this user who wants that basketball, he's currently working on an anime show, and the last image he generated was someone who threw the basketball in the air. Our system detects that, and he knows that the basketball needs to be in the air. We will go to one of our models, which are custom trained or not, and we will generate an asset. We will check if it's not safe for work. We will check the quality behind the asset. If the quality doesn't work out, we do the whole way again, and then we are delivering the asset to the end user. That's the most simple agentic setup we have. Like we have shown this because this is the most simple one we got. And we will release this as B2C app today at the end of this hour. That's how a multi-agent network works. Like it's not only wrapping, it's like detecting, it's knowing, it's getting to know you, it's making a personality profile out of you. And this is the strength of our also character engine, which will save everything about you or the context you have given. Cool. Lars, do you think we need to explain some more stuff around the agentic system?
Honestly, the way that I know already how easy this system is to use, instead of us, if you ever used any image engines before, you know how much you need to put into it. Any prompt here, everything is basically behind the scenes, and you can do a minimum prompt and get
Yeah,
much better results. That
exactly.
that is my personal view of it. Like I sent the craft engine, one of the engines today. Like I said it one word, sunset, and I got one amazing picture. You saw it. I sent it over to you just
Yeah,
from sunset, and that was just from one word. And normally you have to. I remember sitting on these prompts and having to do like almost a big, massive study. I felt like I need to go to class to actually do it, but this just made it so much more easy, and you got this sometimes even better results than the other ones.
exactly. Exactly. We have other agentic systems set up and printed out, but I think it's a little bit too dry, too dry now. What I want to do now is you have seen which engines we got at first, which are we working on. You have seen how those are built in the backend with the agentic systems, with a lot of agents working together. Now I want to tell you how we think we can hijacked the whole Web3 market with our tools in the marketing and the strategy phase. So maybe let's open the marketing strategy sheet.
Yeah, that's actually the go to market explanation. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. While we are waiting for the sheets, they're coming. Yes. I want to tell you that we have launched the token right now, and we will, of course, maybe earn some cash out of the launch. We also have like a 5% spy and selfie. The main reason for that is that we want to have 50% in tokens for distribution, for whale holding, and for airdrops. I will explain that later, and we will have 50% liquidated, which we will use for product development and for marketing. That's like the only cash we take out from the token. We have given away little supply for it. We are um, we are like, we don't want to work like any other project. Like here you have 1% for shilling me for a KOL or something like that. We want to work in a much deeper way with bringing much more value. That said, we want to put 50% of the product revenue directly into the token development. This is a very important information for you as investors, but also for us, because we are prioritizing the token. But what we expect is to get the most revenue out of our products, and that like pretty soon, I would say. And now I want to share the marketing strategy, because that's the most important part about Web3, isn't it? The marketing.
Oh, when marketing, right, is the one thing you always hear in chat. When marketing and when exchange, the two most used words in any community chat. And I'm still trying to explain people like it is there. So now everybody will have the opportunity to see behind the curtains a little bit, because this is where they normally don't see things, and
Yes.
you're gonna show it to them, right? And that's very exciting. That for once a project is actually gonna show you the whole marketing plan straight up front, meaning that now you know exactly what is going behind the curtains.
Exactly. So the thing is why we want to show it, because it's a little bit different from the main marketing. We will have the KOL calls. We will have the normal Web3 marketing in form of, let's say, trending. We're just setting up deck screener trending and the boosts and everything. We will have all of that. But we also will have our products, which we want to use to do a much better reach and engagement to this approach. That's the marketing strategy. The first thing we will do is, like the first phase we will have is the slingshot phase. We are in there currently. We don't rent influence, we become infrastructure. That's the goal. How do we do that? I've told you that's the next slide. I've told you that we have the image engine, for example, in the model S, in the model M and L, small, medium, large. What we do today is we will release the image engine XS, the extra small model. It's like, of course, the smallest, the quickest model we have, and it's the worst quality we will ever have. It will improve. It is really good, but it's like the worst quality we will have from now. And we will release this for free. We will release this text to image model for free. And we currently have a task force. We renamed the task force because previously it was called PumpFun Task Force. With all what's happening, or what happened yesterday and today,
Yeah, was it
we
like what 14 hours ago they closed down Pump Fund?
yeah.
The CEO got raided in his penthouse in New York or something.
If you don't know what to do because PumpFun is closed, come to Craft Engine, bridge your soul, and invest here. It's like our task force, not PumpFun task force. Our task force is going out there right now for people, and they want to distribute the image engine XS to all projects and groups they can get to. Like, we want to infiltrate every group with this image engine XS because it's for free. And it really, I will show it later how you use it. But who doesn't take a bot that's for free? It's every meme token that has no utility. They are in need of those kind of bots. They are just looking which free stuff they can get. This is what we will provide with the image engine XS. And that's just the first we will provide. The next one is the character engine, and there will also be an extra small version of it. It will be the same version that Marty right now is running on, and it will also be offered for free. And this will be our Trojan horse. Like, everyone can now implement their image engine into their chat. It's for free. They have mm, like a lot of images free for the group, and then they will want to add the character engine. If they add it as mod, if they add it as character, as meme, that's not relevant. They will add it because it will have a data analysis, it will have moderation tools, and it will be a support and moderator for your community for free.
Mhm.
And this is like,
So,
Lars.
Benny, we actually have a question according with this image engine
Oh
from
yeah.
Abbott Hex. Since the AI improves the prompt, does this make it possible to generate consistent characters in all your images?
That's a good question. If you take a pure text to image model, then it's very difficult to get consistent characters in there because it's always generating a new idea, even if the text is the same or the prompt is the same. But we have contextual models right now, which means they can take an image and they can edit this image. If there is a correct character in there, we can take this image as reference and say, take this character, but let him do something completely different. And then it's working. And those models are currently getting good. And we are currently also trying to implement that. But the main, like the custom image engine, you would need to train a model with 20 to 30 high quality assets, and then you get consistent characters all the way. So that's how you do consistent characters. Thank you for the
That
question.
is the lovely thing. Like you did with Love Cat, basically. You have the consistent
Exactly.
character image through the whole thing. So,
Like,
Abed Hex, I really hope this answered your question a little bit, because it's actually a good question. Because
yes,
we use these image engines as we talked about before, and the consistency is so rare, and we build it into the original downgrade.
exactly. All right, back to the marketing strategy. We are still in phase one, slingshot. So we will release the image engine to all possible chats. We want to have hundreds and thousands of chats using that. And we will release the character AI as Trojan horse into those chats. And as you can see in the image, the character AI will be in every chat possible that we can distribute it, because it's for free and it brings value. And it's called a Trojan horse, because what's in there is that we are saving every single message from those chats. So, like if someone generates an image, they get tagged to us. That's cool, but the character engine really saves the images of everyone. So if we have thousands and 10,000s maybe later on communities, and we are saving every little message of that, we have so much power to analyze this. We have so much power to use this data to analyze the sentiment and to really work with it.
So, is this where we also gonna pull in the community to actually go out and share our tools into different chats to get
Not
these
yet.
things out? As you
Not
say,
yet.
it's a Trojan horse, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. And once we have explained the image engine XS, they can like go themselves out into the communities and distribute it. That would be great, of course. But the character engine XS, which will launch in about 2 weeks, I think, will have so much more impact, because already it is saving moderation costs of a project of ours. Like, say they saved one moderation spot, like pure money, I would say, because of the character engine. It brings value. And once we are in there, once we are into every community, we start the second phase. And the second phase will be called
Can I manage?
Uprising.
Ah. So I see we're going very fast through the sheets right now.
Yeah, it's a marketing pitch, and I don't want to go through every
Oh yeah.
slide. But yes, the second phase is the uprising phase. So imagine like our tools are in thousands of communities. The thing is, we can detect every user that is using our tools in different groups. So if Tommy is writing in one group with a character AI and also in another community, then we can detect that it's only one person. It's Tommy. We won't save
You
his
can actually
name.
connect the people through different groups as well.
Exactly. Like we are switching from the utility switch. We are like we are detecting who uses our tools in total, and then we can also give them the option to, let's for example, stake craft, to get a status within all of those groups and to have more functions for those bots because you have staked the craft. The staking won't be a normal staking mechanism. We want to include NFTs with token locking and stuff like that. It will be much more fancy. But the main idea behind is to get that token staked or locked and to have some kind of status within thousands of groups. Like if you lock a lot of craft, you get the highest tier and you can use a lot of commands in every chat where our engines are in. It's a status thing. And that's how we want to also sentient people to buy the token. The first is, of course, the bridging, which we explained a lot in the first part. So yes, once we are in thousands of communities and we have this, we have like the power of using that to build status, or for the users to build status, we are entering the third phase. And the third phase will be for creators. And this is where our B2C apps come to play. Because we have thousands of people using our engines, we have a lot of testing data. So we can launch a feature and we get feedback right away from thousands of people. And this is a dream for software engineering.
This is like, yeah, it's like your own private mom test, basically going
Yes.
in and testing all your software, all the flaws, all the nuances, where you need to go to create this. I know, believe that is every single developer dream that I know of,
Yeah,
because many times a developer like, oh, we tested with a Q&A team, oh, they find a few bugs and we release it,
exactly.
and then it breaks. You're like, oops.
Exactly. So once we infiltrate the communities, we will get to the creators because we get the feedback right away. We can adjust it right away, and we can launch a product so much faster. We can see if we need to add something to the user experience, and from that knowledge and from that power, we will develop our studio and we will develop our iPhone app for Web 2. The studio will be for everyone. We want to have people who want to set up new projects. They can create a custom meme, a custom image generator, a character AI, even a game with it, and launch it all on Telegram with one click. They can do it. And this not for like $500 or $2,000 that you need to pay, like also the designer to generate multiple assets. It will be like for $50 you can have the whole setup in a good way. We will get the creators of the projects. We will get the normal creators that want to just like support their token or the community.
Yeah.
It's like what we figured out with the custom image AI is that the people who are generating assets for meme tokens, they are so creative. They can
Oh yeah,
generate
I've seen, like, sometimes you're like, how did you create this in 10 seconds? You just launched. How is it
exactly.
already there?
Exactly. Like it's really like they have so much asset they can put onto the social media because people are also like so creative in generating. We've had our custom image generator in a Chinese group once, and it's amazing how much information Chinese can put into like little symbols, like two or three, and the image results were just amazing. And they use it for the social media all the way, so it's real value for them. Yes, once
Oh,
we
yeah. No, once, yeah, you come through the Chinese community and everything, you build everything. So, don't you want to share what you want to give to the community here today?
Oh, yeah, sure. I want to share what we are giving to the community here today. So, what we want to do, and after we've explained it in the first hour, we have a contest. So yeah, let's talk about the contest first.
Of course, everybody needs the contest. That
Yeah, the
contest is
contest.
everything.
We're
They need
currently
tokens.
we are currently raiding. We have a lot of raids in our official Telegram group. If you want to participate, you get tickets. Like if you like a raid, you get one ticket. If you comment on a raid, you get one ticket. And if you retweet a raid, you get 3 tickets. So you can collect your tickets, and in the end, in hour 6, we will announce 5 winners who are winning $100 worth of craft tokens at that point. Yeah, please join us on the rating train because rating will be one of the most important things to get our names out there, besides our Trojan horses, of course. Cool. All right, let's get back. Let's get
Yes.
back to the creators.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, so I've told that we are like saving every message of those groups, which is a good thing in a business case. But we are also doing this ethically, so there will no usernames will be saved, no numbers, no real names. It will be just a number, and this will be anonymized, so no one can retrace who you really are if using our tools. That's something that is very important for some people. Of course, what happens to my data?
Especially in Europe and everything with the
Of course,
GDPR laws and all these privacy laws that are coming out. And yes, they're only gonna get stricter. Like Europe hadn't updated this
yes.
since 1980, and now in 2000, what, 2010, 2015, they just said, "Hey, we have new laws here for you." Like,
Yeah, and everybody needed to change. Yes, exactly. We want to like also want to we will also incorporate in Europe, and we will act with the data safety rules there. So no worries about getting your data in our system. This will be fully anonymized. The thing is, what I wanted to tell you is that we have so much potential on optimizing our products, because we have thousands of users using them, always pointing directly to our Craft Engine Telegram. Yes, let's show what creators will be able to do, or let's
oh,
no, let's
no?
release. Let's
Yes,
let's release.
release it, give it to them. Like, give it over to them in the hands, right?
Let's release.
Because now we want to give them the good stuff.
Let's release. Let me just quickly change this to that. Sorry, I need to set up the image engine.
I actually love that image engine today when you send it over to me to test a little bit. The way it actually has a lot of prompts into it. And the thing is, you don't need much. You don't need much wording or everything. It actually created.
No.
So I am who I am. So I went in, also did a lot of fun. One prompt it doesn't want to do. I can tell you that. You figure that out by yourself. There is a vanity filter on it, like every other image prompt.
Yeah.
But you have to try, right?
Yeah, you have to try, and it's not perfect. So what we are releasing today is the Image Engine XS. You can see it on the screen. This is the documentation. You can find that at docs.craftengine.app. You can see how it works and how you can use it. This product is for free. Everyone can use it. Every group can integrate that, and like everyone can play with it. I want to share my screen, and I want to share you what we have in place. Replace screen sharing. Sorry, I need to find my Telegram. There it is. All right, Ruby, could you please set up the sharing screen, the shared screen? Am I sharing? I am sharing, aren't I? I'm not sharing? Okay, I will stop screen sharing. I'm sorry for the technical. Oh, John is here.
Welcome back, John.
Ah,
You
there we
came
go.
just in time for the Image Engine XS to actually be tested.
I've
Do you
always
have a
wanted to
prompt?
ask questions. Right. If we're doing an image, how about we do like a car driving down a motorway with a Balkans crypto logo in it? Have we got the logo?
Sorry, we can't do the logo. Maybe in
Let's just.
some years when the AI models are trained on the logo, like a
Ah,
lot. But we can do a car driving down a motorway. Uh, this is the Image Engine XS. It's for free, I've told you. There are both two ways to use it. Right now, we are in a private chat. If you type /help, you get all the comments that are available in the private chat. So you have /size, context, history, and reset. I will explain that later. This is your car. Within the private chat, what you can do is you can set the context to on. What this does is it remembers the past images you make. This is for user experience.
So Benny, let's not spill too many beans because we are about to go on a little break. So I think in the next hour, we're gonna show this. We're gonna make all these wonderful images.
All
So
right.
this time around, we're gonna take about 20 to 30 minutes break to
Uh,
relive and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
sure.
John. Um, we will
Okay.
try to keep it as short as possible and come back before time. Of course, we'll do everything to do it. We just need to make sure to freshen up, trim our beards, maybe,
All
and
right.
see what we can do with it.
We will
Yeah,
show
you have
you.
to, right? It's like it keeps growing somehow.
We will show you after the break. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Yeah. So, guys, we'll be back in as fast as possible. Enjoy and grab another beer with me. So, how are you feeling, Benny? Now we're back, and we've been over a lot of things over the last couple of hours. How do you feel about all of it so far?
Welcome back. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. We've explained a lot of stuff, but the thing is, we need to still get the feeling into the heads. This we will continue. Maybe first a little recap. I would say
Yeah, the recap is needed, right?
it is
Especially
needed.
we should show the chart because it's actually becoming very beautiful chart all over when you go through it right now
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, it is lovely going slightly up and down, but it has a nice little traction at the end.
Okay, that's good. That sounds good. Chart looking good. The recap we talked about the team. There it is. Oh, it looks really good.
I told you, it
Uh,
looks beautiful.
we had a recap. We had the sorry. We talked about the team. We talked about the products. We talked about the marketing strategy, how we will get a lot of users use our products, which will benefit us, which will get us into the eyes of them. What I want to also say again is we have a documentation page, docs.craftengine.app. And there you also find bridging informations. If you're from Solana, if you're from Ethereum, you can quickly bridge your tokens, also your Solana, to the base system, and also like buy craft with that. Just a quick reminder. In hour 3, we are currently in hour 3 of our 6-hour stream. We will talk about the custom image engine, but we want to have the end of what we started last hour, and that's showing the new B2C product, the Image Engine XS, which will be free for everyone.
Yeah, and you're gonna show it now, right? You're gonna show how
I'm
it actually
going
works.
to show it. Yes, of course.
Yes.
All right. Maybe we also want to invite John if he's there. If he's here.
He's here. Yeah, he
He
just
is
came back.
here. Hey, John. How you
So,
doing?
John, please tell me we're gonna prompt nude, right? In the image engine.
I'm too young for that.
I knew you were very innocent.
Young and inexperienced. How I had kids, I actually do not know.
It was a virgin birth.
I did ask Jesus. I did ask
I can
Jesus on
almost
that.
hear her laughing on the side of you right there.
All right.
I will put my camera up for 2 seconds.
There we go. There we go. We have the Image Engine XS right in front of us. If you still click start, it will welcome you. If you click /help, you will get all the comments. What I've talked before is this is totally for free. We wanted to have in every group there is who wants to have a fancy image generator in there. We will also do the same with the character engine. You can use it in 2 ways. You can use it in private chat and you can use it in group chats. It differs a bit because we want to give the user an experience in private chat that's a little bit different from the group chat. What we have in private chat is, for example, context. And if we put the context on, it will remember the previous comments you made. So you can write, for example, an apple, then it will generate your image. This is, as said, the extra small version. Here you got an apple. And now the context is on, so you can just say like add a worm, and it will know it should add the worm to the apple. That's the kind of studio feel we want to give the users.
What
There
if
it
we
is.
add the Bitcoin label on it?
Add a Bitcoin, add the Bitcoin logo to it. Let's see what it will generate.
I can almost see it on the head of the worm.
Same. Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
there you go.
Can you make it engraved in the apple? Say like looks deeper, more
Can you
organic.
engrave the logo into the apple? Oh, I think that could be pretty hard. It's still the extra small version. We shouldn't forget that. But
I
yes,
did
it
it though.
It
works. It
worked
did it.
perfect.
It did it. It's like it's a perfect perfect system. Yes, with context, you can just quickly write what you think. You don't need comments, but you can pick your size. Like those are squared, but I can do also landscape. Um, Now make an apple in anime style. Let's do it that way. We can do different styles, hand drawn, watercolor. We can make stock images out of that. Yes. So it's pretty quick. We have a landscape image right now. It's pretty quick because it's a very small model, but a very heavy model.
How about this? We go. Can you animate the apple so it's riding a car?
Yeah, we could do that once the video engine is online, and once
No, without. Oh, it's just a picture. Because
yeah.
obviously you'll be doing that, right?
So the apple riding a sports car, or the worm in the apple riding a sports car.
Riding an apple car.
Ride a sports
I don't I,
car?
I don't see
How
how
does
this
it
can go
look?
wrong in any way.
No,
I
it's not
have no.
stressful at all to put that in live. Okay. And it still had the anime that I posted before, which is crazy.
So I'm trying to figure out, is the worm the steering wheel now and the apple is steering the worm apple?
I don't care,
The
it
wor-
worked. And with a few iterations, you get what you want.
the worm is like, ha, got you, bitch.
And you can see yeah, the worm takes the apple on a date. You can see every image we generate. We have this powered by @craftengine base, which directly links to our Telegram. This is also why we expect our Telegram to grow pretty big from the user count. And we also have Discord. You can like write /Discord and you visit the Discord. This will be for creators, for someone who seeks support, for deeper conversations about the product. So high traffic on Telegram, still also, of course, managed, but also like deeper conversations on Discord. Please
I
join.
actually, I actually wonder, do we have one of our community members that actually want to give us a prompt just to tease Benny to whatever the community can figure out? You have 5 seconds to put it into either Craft Engine official chat, and I'll send over to
Give us
Give
Benny.
us
10 seconds because
prompts.
I need to think
Give us
about it.
prompts. All right. So we have the Image Engine XS.
X-rays. It's gonna be a regular community event. So we actually got the Raider bot into the chat, which is getting set up with all the GameCraft engine logos, graphics, and everything. So it will actually be tied into the X account at one point, so that every single post that comes up will get sent to you directly. Meaning it will go into Raid, into the chat if activated by a moderator.
Exactly. I just got confirmation that we got boosted on Deck Screener. That's why I was a little out of the loop right now. I just will go on with the Image Engine XS, shouldn't I?
Yes. Well, X hat only comes with, that's literally an Apple car. Good job, John. You got an Apple car with a worm in it.
We're gonna trend it. Wonder if we can actually make it. We can make an Apple car, like they actually have the Apple bitten apple as a logo, and then on the side,
Yeah,
and then actually make the apple more animated, say has hands.
let's try that. Let's try
So it
that
has
and make a meme
so it
token
has
out of
one
it.
hand holding the worm by the neck, like you can't touch me, I got you type thing. We have to put that prompt. We have to. It just makes it more fun. Come on, guys, we're doing this.
All right.
We started. We have to almost go all the way because now Benny showed us the small one, and I love how Benny's face is like hidden by a QR code at the moment. Looks
Is
perfect.
is it? Yeah. Hello. It's
There
okay.
we go.
It's okay. All right. Let's continue. Like
Right,
we
I'm
have.
used to scanning Benny and like Balkan's crypto. I have to scan his face each time I talk to him.
How is yeah? So we have the image engine XS launched in our community already. So what you can do is you can write slash img and something like an Apple car. Let's see what it will produce. Or it doesn't work because it maybe has not the rights to do so, which I need to check. We just launched it. That's live issues.
Yeah, I think it is missing it right now. It doesn't.
All right, we will promote this one. Let me quickly do it on the phone.
So while he's promoting that, so what are you doing this day, John, and what is your plans tomorrow, especially with Craft Engine?
um, well, I think with Craft Engine really, because after tomorrow we're talking about the website and how we can integrate gamification in the conference to make it exciting for the future. So essentially, I think that's how we're going to bring exposure. Yes, everyone will think, oh, like it's going to take time, but no, if you're doing it through conference and everyone sees it, you know,
Yeah. Well, we
snap,
saw what
especially in the
happened
new
at the
market.
conference. Like everybody was sitting talking. So one amazing thing is, I remember one of the last days. Can I tell you about the last day when Paco was sitting with you and I put somebody down to you, Benny?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I was standing talking with Vid from Liberland, which is the crypto nation. He started talking to me and looked over to like, I really want to talk with this guy over here. And I saw Paco was sitting next to him. I looked over at Benny like, Benny, Vid wants to talk to you. Paco, 2 seconds later, the most amazing guy ever. Stands up like, oh yeah, I have to do something. There you go. Please sit down. They sat and talked for 2 hours
Yeah.
in that chair together.
I don't know if people understand who Vit is.
I didn't want to go into too much detail because I knew
So
you were
Vit
going to
is
do
the
it.
president of Liberland, and the prime minister of Liberland is Justin Sun.
Yeah.
That's all I will say to that.
Yeah, we sat together and we just like they have a whole country, digital country that's which with 200,000 citizens. It's just crazy. We talked about how we could find tools to manage this huge community on different platforms. They all like writing WhatsApp or Signal or whatever. We were just brainstorming about how we could improve also this community. It doesn't need to be like a token community. It can be a citizen community that we are also watching with our engines, and that was a great feeling because we really found some good points. And yeah, we will get together and see what we can do for each other. All right, let's put the screen on because I figured it out how to do. How do I do that?
So
Cool.
this means actually our community can start prompting as well, right?
They're just doing it. Like you have three commands. You have EMG that makes a squared. You have land that makes a landscape, and port that makes a portrait image.
I see. They're really going at it already.
And remember, guys, this is for free. This is the verse model which we will ever have.
So Einstein is actually asking the chat now, like now, ah, that's nice. What LLM are you using to build all this on top of?
Yeah, we are actually like the agentic system behind those engines. They consist of like about like 20 different models working together. So, most of them are open sourced. Some of them are self-hosted. We have valuable partnerships already. It's like with Cray, with Cryptify AI. We will come to that in the partnership section, but also with Compute 3, and they provide like hosting services for a very cheap price. And yeah, we're working together to get it cheaper and to get it faster, and we do it on our own. The models, of course, won't be placed publicly right now.
That is very legit, yeah. So we've been through a little bit of all the products at this time.
Yeah.
But what more is it that you're building on the current products that's actually out now or close to come? What is the full plan?
The full plan is, and you can take that bot and move it to any yeah, to any group you want, to any network, to any meme community. It should provide a little bit of value for free, of course. What is that? Yeah, that's true. Printing a green candle out
I
of
don't know why, but it looks like Harry Potter on drugs.
it looks like that. But yeah, that's comparable maybe. We will launch those in the many different groups, and we will get eyes on us, and we will like, if we pay a little bit, just a fraction of our marketing funds for those free products, we will do it like the big players. We will do it like Google, like Google Maps. It's free since the start, and they are like paying billions a year, or multiple hundred millions a year to keep it alive for us to use it for free, or Gmail or Drive. It's a marketing strategy that the biggies do. It's like getting out something for free to get the eyes on us. And what else is needed? Like, we want to, everyone should somehow have read Craft Engine in the end somewhere. That's the plan. Like, do you know Craft Engine? Yeah, I've heard about them because I used their bot, maybe. That's the goal. And with our bridging tools, with everything like we've taken place to also migrate from other chains, we hope to get much more. Like after the Solana pump fund disaster yesterday, we also might get some more Sol players onto base chain. Doctor Strange fighting a beer, that's an amazing image. That's an amazing image for the extra small model, I have to say.
It actually is because I know. So we talked about all this so much. Like I remember some years ago. You remember when Midjourney came out? Everybody was sitting on that one
Yeah,
and trying to architect one of these prompts. I think my longest prompt was about 250 characters to get what I wanted.
yeah,
And you see like how small these prompts are. Prompt an entire planet made of apples. Poof, that's it, and you have
yeah,
it. It is
exactly.
simplicity in at its finest. So this is what often is missing when you many times you have to refine a prompt, you have to make an AI agent for it and everything, and then you can actually do the prompt. I know that from using ChatGPT. Before I need to make a specific prompt,
Yeah.
I create that chat into an agent for me to do that. And even now, because of everything that's happened, that hallucinates. Here, it's really feels like, oh, the simplicity of just a simple sentence.
That's what the user experience should be like. You're passing something, so some quick things out of your mind, and you get something wonderful. Craft with green candles. That it looks amazing, you know. It's text to image. Sometimes, like this image right now, sometimes it doesn't work. It's AI. It's
Oh,
still
it's working perfect. It's just he has a lot of scales.
AI. Yeah, true. Uh, the images are amazing.
So now you have this out already. You have all this. We
Yeah.
have all this build with the extra small version, everything. So, what are the current clients actually using these kind of engines in the chats other than Lovecat? Because
Yeah, sure. So we got multiple P2P clients already who are using our image generator. I can show you. Let me just quickly share my screen again, but I need to get first
It's
on
always
the.
about the sharing of a screen, right?
Yeah, it's always about finding the. Oh, it's there. So we got Evan, for example.
There we
Evan
go.
is a character. Oh, you can't see the image. Evan is a character that was our second B2B client. He had the Chinese community, which went crazy on the images. Look at that quality of the cinematic comic style, because that's something that we are trying to really emphasize on our custom image generators. If you have a meme, you give us the high quality assets to train the model onto your meme, then you will get your style. You should get your style. And Evan is a good example on how well that works. Look at like the shadows and everything. It's a like a purple alien, but they have generated, I think, over like, yeah, over 10,000 images or 15,000 images already, which is crazy. The first day when this was launched, the community created 3,000 images because they were just constantly creating, oh, Evan doing that, Evan doing this, Evan and Trump, Evan giving a speech, whatever. And this just blew the whole activity of the chat. And yes, we like the B2B clients, once we have integrated those systems into the chat. Let's say it's a meme token. Let's say it's a Pomfon meme token, which doesn't exist anymore. But let's say it's a meme token. And they have no utility. They have a narrative, they have a cool meme, they have maybe a good setup, but they have no utility. And then we come with our engines, like the custom image engine and the character engine. We are bringing the meme to life. And either if they fall low or not, they will use these tools to get activity into the communities, which is one of the most essential part.
That's amazing. So, John, you've been in so many communities and you've seen so many things over the
2 minutes
years.
to count.
Exactly. So, when you see a utility like this come into any kind of token, what is your first thought seeing this come into it to come
I,
alive?
I have the thing about me is I'm kind of a bit unique to everyone else, right, in general, because I look at sentiment and I see, how organic people are, and if it feels like it's organic and people are generating the things purely on love, or even like creating an image meme without a generator, for example, and you see people there creating things because they want to be there, that shows it's a good organic community. And for me, something like this could help boost that community to stay and generate more, as long as you give them access to uh, you know, some way do their work, be part of the community, and actually, you know, make it fun at the same time. Because everyone's working, say they're bored 9 to 5, or they're a mechanic or a builder. They want to sit there and talk on their uh, unrealistic life, like where everything is just a prompt away, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's a good tool, and I
Wow.
think for the future it'll be a very, very popular way of people communicating. It'll be kind of a. I personally think image generation will be a communication way where people like will communicate through image generation. Like, what do you think I'll do here? Type of thing, like try and tell a story through it.
Well, it's. I think once, like in the future, we will all have like this character AI who is talking like us and looking like us,
Mm.
and it will manage everything for you. I think that's also going to happen.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
hundred
you're
percent.
already trying to replace me with Marty, so you're already good halfway there.
But yeah, you
Did,
need some
did
more
the guys
hosting
tell
skills for
you?
that.
Benny one day told me like, "Oh, Lars, we took a lot of your chats and put into it." I'm like, "Oh, damn, that is only gonna go worse."
And he took all the recordings from the event and he actually uploaded it into the. So he's gonna learn to be a host as well. So you're gonna be replaced soon. Give
Well,
it,
at
give
least
it
at
a
least
year.
I'm finding more jobs elsewhere.
Who says you aren't an AI yet? Like you could be right now. The Lars
Well,
AI.
I'm just a very advanced bionetic machine, right?
Okay.
Wow, advanced.
Advanced.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the one to talk, eh?
You're not that advanced when you drink when you only can have one type of beer. We need to upgrade that.
Well, I have different kind of beer. I just don't drink European beers. That's the most thing. I'm really picky on my beer. What can I
Uh,
do?
yeah, well, I was gonna make a comment, but it might not be a good comment, so I'll leave it for offline. So, look, on a bombshell, I have I have to go, but I would like to thank Benny and Lars for actually, making this happen and being here and explaining, especially Ben explaining how Craft Engine works. I think this should probably be a regular thing, like once a week.
Absolutely.
Let's craft, call it something like Let's Craft with Benny and Ruby and Lars, like where you guys are talking about different things. And I think we should come up with an idea. How about we do a comic book using Craft Engine, and it could be like something that we could work with the community to write. It could be a
I
pet
would love
project.
to see it. I can even see the sidetrack, how the hero keeps going sidetrack constantly because one person has to make one comment or one prompt like do this, and it's like, damn it, now we have to start this direction.
Yeah, look, I think that could be very cool, right? Because it has the tools, the facilities for us to do it, and it'll be just like a something that, you know, to show like how Craft Engine works. And imagine we build our own comic and it becomes viral. How crazy would that be? Oh man, I am gonna let you think about that before I go, guys.
Well, Benny, we can
You,
actually make a challenge over a few days that the community have so they have 3 a day per person, right? Prompts.
yeah.
Yeah. So each day the community could have like a chance to make a prompt, and they have to make the text into it. So that could actually be quite funny, and then trying to put it all together into one comic book.
Yeah,
I can see the chaos, but I can also see how
This will be so much fun. It's a challenge, right? No one's
absolutely.
done it and it's new. So, guys, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Sean.
Looking forward to joining you guys next time.
All right,
thanks for
Sean.
coming,
Thank you
John.
so
Have
much.
a sleep well when you get there. It's always amazing when you have these people on that you've been working with so much and just come in and show the love. So John is one of the good people that I've known for over a year personally. I met him. We talked about, oh, we need to meet for coffee. We need to meet for coffee. We didn't meet until Albania. I know, and even Benny, I know you since what 2020, and we didn't meet until Albania.
Yeah, we didn't
So
meet for like 4 or 5 years. That's crazy. But we finally met, and that's the
finally
most
met,
important thing.
and it was one of the most amazing times I ever had. It's the first time a girl actually bought me a drink, and I didn't have to spend a penny that night.
Oh, you get like a first timer.
I felt like a virgin. I was like, holy.
Felt like a first. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have another image. Gandalf was a boy. Yeah, that looks good. It's cool that Ruby's is just mixing some results into the live stream.
Yeah. So we just had walked through a few of our
Yeah.
clients, right?
Yeah, exactly. I want to emphasize on the revenue. So we are releasing this image model XS for free, but we also need a revenue base for that. And the thing is, the custom image generators I showed you for Lovecat and Evan, for example, they they were just mouth to mouth. We didn't do any marketing around it. It was just, hey, you're offering this for a good price and you provide good quality. Uh, I also want this, and I also want this, and so we got to the clients, and we are still onboarding clients for that. And after the launch, right now, we will have so much more requests for clients coming to us and offering it. So we want to make it like a self-service as fast as possible for everyone to set it up, of course.
So actually, I have a personal thing I want to say to the community
Yeah.
in this. I will pay two people $50 out of my private pocket for if they find the perfect client for Craft Engine
Oh,
from any community. But it's only for two community members that has the possibility to get this. Reason why I say two is because I know how hard it is sometimes to talk to communities and everything to get them in. So what you're gonna do is that basically once you find a community, you hook up with Hitchcrafter inside a community chat. You get him into DM. You make a group with this chat, and then Hitchcrafter will actually come to me and say, "We found two amazing projects. These are the two people that did it, and I'll get your EVM wallet, and I'll send you directly from my private wallet $50 each."
very cool. We actually also got some referral stuff going on. So if you get back to us to our chief crafters for a potential partnership with maybe a token with good with good market cap or something like that, it would be great. It would be really great to get in touch with those. We are we are like in a position where we want to get the masses with our free tools, but we also want to get the good partnerships with the higher tier models, meme tokens, for example. So if you have connection to them, please share. We will set up a good priced like a custom image bot, character engine that moderates, that analyzes for a good price. Yes. Cool. The thing why I want to show you the custom image generator is because it generates revenue. Like we had over, since we launched, we have over 10K in revenue alone from the custom image engine without marketing. This is how we can scale with that. You know, if we have a good working self-service, some good sales team with consultant and technical sales, then we can scale so much faster. We can get so much people using our tools because it keeps their chat active. And that's our goal, to provide the real value for everyone. For free to get attention to us, but also paid for really high quality and good results.
And that's the amazing thing about Craft Engine is that the revenue coming in from any of these tools that get sent out to major communities all over the world,
Yeah.
50% of that goes back into the project.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like another picture I want to paint because it's not common. A lot of projects will launch the token and will earn the money from that token launch, and from the token we will also earn from the fees which we can use for product development. But we are so sure that we can use the craft difference. We can go over that. That we can use or build the systems to scale so much and so fast that the product revenue will outrun the token revenue, I would say. And we are putting 50% of the token revenue back to the token to boost it, to burn it, to keep it active. Also strategic pumps on campaigns with codes, with trending, with everything else that the heart wishes.
But that's the thing a lot of projects to do wrong. They burn a token without actually buying the token first. They just
Yeah,
buy from the treasury. So what you're talking about is we actually go in with Craft Engine, 50% back into the token and burn it.
yeah. So
That
yeah,
is so that is actually a positive burn impact on your chart when you do that. Or is that what you mean?
yeah. It's like supporting the token. Like we will find floors, we will find highs. It should just be in a controlled manner. It should be in some way that we can benefit and the product can benefit the token.
Oh,
Because in
always.
the end, we can give this revenue back to the investors. So
Ah,
it's
yeah, even as small prices for the investors as well. So
yes,
everything
exactly.
goes in a cycle all the way.
Exactly. It's like an ecosystem will exist out of that or will be transformed out of that. What you can see on the screen, that's like the craft difference. I want to go into those
Yeah,
details
please
really
go into
soon.
it. I'll grab my beer, sit back, and I'll listen.
Like real products, we want to bring, like, our products should have some value. Like, it should have activity, entertainment, it should have a productive value, it should have a value, and we want to launch those products and not hyping them. So like it's really about the value, you know. We ship production tools, not demos. So the tools are for production, they are made for scaling, and they are working with an agentic system behind it. We provide real utility, and that's what I wanted to tell before. If a meme token really integrates all of our engines, then it's becoming how do you say it? You can't remove it anymore. Or how do you say that in English, Lars?
What do you mean? You can't remove it anymore? That
Yeah,
is
it's
an
like you like if we are our tools are implemented, they get
they
essential. They
become
get
a part of the ecosystem. Is that what you mean?
sure, but they get
Yeah.
essential for the product because the activity is only been driven over those tools and talking to the
Yeah,
to
it's
the
part of the
meme.
soul, part of the ecosystem, everything.
We once tried to change a character AI model. Like, we once tried to change just the model from one to a second, and it changed the personality of that character just a bit. But the community was upset because it's not answering like it did before. This is why we need to keep that model forever for this character, because people have an emotional bondage to it somehow.
Well, that's what you do in every kind of thing, especially when you think about cartoons. Everything that has a value to you, it has
Yeah.
a personality, it has a value. Do you try to change that? Everything goes wrong. If you remember any of the old cartoons, like from the classic Scooby Doo to the new modern, the people that love the old classic ones hates the new modern.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. And I think this tools like, you know, it's we are at the start. We have production ready tools. We are earning revenue. We have B2B customers. We will have B2C customers paying. But yes, it's you know, it's what did I want to say? um, it's one ecosystem, like you said, and we will have this bull market, bear market strategy going on. Which in the bull market we will provide token projects that are in need, project makers who are in need of this. In the bear market, when things are getting slower, we will be on Web 2 with our iPhone app, and we will be still a B2C partner for the creators, because the creators don't stop in the bear market. They are still creating, and they are still setting up projects and try to do their best. So uh, all of this will come into multiple revenue streams, and that's what I want to tell. Um, Also, don't forget, if we get the creators, we will set up something like a marketplace. Okay. In this marketplace, you will be able to show your products, your games. It can be upvoted, downvoted, it can be bought, it can be shared. Uh, this is like once we have that kind of marketplace, we will have high traffic websites that are like portraying assets or something. Like, a lot of people are just watching those websites because new products have made something with craft and are displayed there. And on those sites with high traffic, we can also put ads. We have the option to build high traffic high traffic sites, put ads on it, products to promote. It's another revenue stream. And we figured out like five different revenue streams where we want to get the product revenue from, which 50% will go back into the token. I've talked too much, haven't I, Raj?
Well, we are actually coming up to you need more coffee.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
We need
I
more
I
coffee.
need to take a few pups because we are at that point. We are actually catching up to the 4 hour point.
Yes.
And next we're gonna go into the, as I can see on the schedule, the character engine. L-
It's about the
The
character
next
engine
the next hour.
the next hour. But also, I want to add also we are talking about holder benefits because we haven't talked about that at all.
Well, that's the good thing. We still have 2 hours left after this one. So everyone, I'm trying to drink this beer for the last 3 hours, or more, almost four now. Um, so I'll take another sip. We'll take a 10-minute break, and I'll send Benny out for coffee again.
We are making 20, but yes, we will be back.
Yeah.
All right.
See you in
See
about
you.
10 20 minutes. Ciao, guys. So, Benny, we're back again.
We are back again. Welcome back to our Craft Engine launch live stream. A little recap from what we have talked in the previous few hours. We have talked about the team, we have talked about the products, we have talked about the marketing and the scaling, what we want to do and how we want to do it. Let's make another recap of maybe Ruby. Can you show me the bullet points of the recap real quick that you showed me before?
This is
Exactly.
what is coming up this hour, actually.
Exactly. That's what it's coming out this hour. We launched our Craft Engine token a few hours ago, right now. What's the market cap, Lars?
So, as I'm looking at the market cap right now, let me just scroll up here. It is currently fully diluted market cap is 414.
All right.
Market cap itself is 294K.
We had a little pump. That's cool. It looks good. The chart looks good. The craft token, the official CA, you can find in our Telegram. You can find everywhere. It should be placed everywhere. And
The easiest way to get inside chat is do /CA. Like any other chat you go
exactly.
into, remember /CA, we have the contract straight.
Exactly. A little bit to our token. It's 100 million total tokens. We have a 5% buy and sell fee. Those fees, they will be removed once the product revenue is supporting the whole business. So right now, the product development will also be supported by the fees, as well as airdrops and product integration and burns. But also, once the products support, the product revenue supports our business, we will turn the fees off once and for all. Yeah, the token name, the token ticker is curved without the A. We have launched on Base, but it doesn't matter if you're coming from Solana or from Ethereum. We have great bridging tutorials where you can bridge your Solana in 5 clicks to Base and buy the Craft token. That's not a problem at all.
God, that reminds me of the nightmares last bull run trying to bridge from ETH to BNB sometimes.
Oh yeah, that was much more complicated, much more expensive in the last bull run. But yes, right now Phantom can it do itself in seconds, so it's
Exactly.
crazy
It
good.
has become beautiful to bridge.
What is Craft Engine about? Craft Engine is about building community tools. We want to become the biggest generative AI provider for all of Web3 and especially the communities. This is where we are concentrating on. All our free products, all our paid products, all our B2B products, they're all pushing, boosting, and encouraging the community to be active and to analyze it, to give the right tools.
And this is why I love it, because you know me, I've been working front lines of the communities for many, many years.
Yeah,
And you're missing these kind of tools many times, especially when you sit in communities. You have to figure out activities, you have to figure out, oh, you have to moderate. All these kind of things is becoming a very big part of your day. Like you say, every community manager or moderator is a part-timer, but honestly, it is a 24/7 job
It is.
moderating and looking at a community chat. And these tools that you and Ruby has created to help moderate can ease a community, especially a community manager, the one that's head of community,
Yeah.
a lot of the work.
Absolutely. And that's what we figured with one B2B partner who was actually able to replace one paid moderation place with the character AI because it can detect, like not safe for work stuff. It can detect FUD and can mute you. Like it's working as moderator and it's only getting better. And yeah, we are like the problem is that the shallow hype, as you can see in the on the website, a lot of generative AI projects they have a tool, it's working, but it's a simple wrapper. It just passes the prompt and you get something back. The quality is not good. The user experience is not good. It's very technical. You need to select a model out of 20 and do some stuff. You just it's not user friendly, and this is what we want to fight. Like we want to have an agentic system that detects what you actually want, and we want to give you a user experience that is simple. Like you have one prompting window, you give it your prompt, it knows exactly what you want and it gives it back to you. This and all of generative AI with image generation, custom image generation, video generation, and in the end also game generation. I know
That's
most.
gonna be nice. At least this is actually proper AI, not like 700 actual Indians.
Yeah. we we actually while we started or after we started, we of course did review our competition in the space, and there are a lot generative AI tools. A lot of those are going more into the B2C with a studio, which we also will have. Others are like doing for professionals and building a bigger one, a supplier for creators. And we want to really get into the communities. We want to give every community what it needs, and we have a lot of communities. Web3 has a lot of community. Everyone has a community. It's so important.
They're so big many times. And one thing I realized in communities, a lot of the people you know actually follows you around. So it's mostly
Yeah,
like a tight knit group. So you need to often break into the new communities that you don't have access to.
yeah.
And I see how the tools from Craft Engine is actually be able to bridge this gap that you normally can't bridge yourself.
Exactly. And as I said, like in the past hour, we have done no marketing yet, like for the tools, for the B2B tools, and we already have five B2B customers currently and onboarding two others soon. And this just works mouth to mouth. And we can't wait to after this launch to get the eyes on us and to get this clients tier one meme tokens that we wish to have as clients. So if anyone is referring us, Lars has a little competition running, getting like how much was it, like $50?
$50 for two community members to
Okay.
bring proper projects in. You just have to DM Hitchcrafter inside the chat. One thing I love about saying that is because I know how many DMs he's gonna get, and I'm actually doing just to annoy him a little bit as well because
Yeah.
I am a little bit sadistic.
Yeah. All right. So we have two times $50 given away for yeah, the best or
Well, actually, yeah, the best, but also the two first. Like it has to
the
be
two
the best
first, the two
together.
first. Okay.
So I know one thing: Ruby has been bugging us in the back end. He really wants to show the signs and everything from the back end. So while Ruby goes through this, can you please explain the things, the code, the scenes behind that Ruby is gonna show us through?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the key value is like a craft engine is about AI products for communities. As you can see on the screen, that are different types of UIs we planned for our studio. For example, this will be our B2C app, and we want to have the best user experience in there. and with a good pricing. This will be the B2C app, and you can see the planned. It is planned out. It is sketched. We already have a product that we can show on stream, or Ruby can show on stream. This will come in a few weeks, and it will hold like every engine that we are currently building. The thing is, as I said, when we are like in thousands of communities and get all the data, the test data, we can optimize the studio, and then we will launch it. That's the creative phase also. And yes, we are real builders. It's like it's we want to, we are both like Ruby and me, we are both software engineers, you know. We love to build, and we saw this Web3 opportunity to jump on, because you can gather so much clients at once, because there's so much need of good tools in here, but also to get like the token out, to have some kind of value given to you, and also to grow with it. And yeah, to get maybe also an initial liquidity boost, to set up the team, to work, to get another dev, to get a marketing manager, you know, to building the team. So yes, we have figured that Web3 is the perfect place. It's liberal. It's everyone can participate, and as much value as you are giving out, and as much the narrative works out, people will come and will buy into your project because they believe in you. And yeah, we want to make a better job in getting the picture into your heads, I assume.
It is. I'm very sorry if I'm a little bit distracted, but we have
No
so
worries, too
many
much work.
naked ladies coming into chat. Just have to get rid of. So this is the one fun thing about in Web3 is all the funny girls. You have to look at so many pictures sometimes to make sure, is it actually a real person or is it a guy behind the picture?
Yeah, it's yeah, the space is like really, you know, it's when people said, oh, you're doxxed, it's really a good sign. It was like self-explaining for us to dox, because we want to build a business, which will be a little different from the main tokens you may like hold, or you may seen in the past couple of weeks or month. It's really going to be a real business with a real product revenue that gets back to the token.
Yeah,
We
and
are,
that's such value because
yeah,
the one thing many don't realize about KYC is that you're not only putting your face out there, you are opening yourself up for a lot of more things because I know people steal off PFP when you're doxxed, especially. And all these things are very things you need to be careful about.
yeah,
If we will not DM you first anytime. That is always the main rule in Web3, right?
exactly.
Nobody on the team will DM you first. If you click a link when you get a DM, you didn't double check. Sorry, I feel sorry for you. I've seen people lose everything on that one, but still, please be careful because even though there's many good actors out there, sadly to say, there's also bad actors, and those are the ones we are here to try and protect. And that is why you also built Marty, right? Oh, I see Ruby's back.
Yeah, we want to talk a little bit more about the team. The team, two humans, one unhinged HEI named Marty, small team, massive leverage. We
Yeah,
want to talk about what we
Marty is
are.
very unhinged.
Yes, we want to talk about what we are not. We are not another meme token or coin with no utility. We have utility first and value first approach. We are not a simple wrapper. We have an agentic system. We are not VC backed corporate bloatware. We are like self made, and we will be self made in the end. Um, we do not want to promise something. We want to deliver. Like, we want to have some kind of Apple approach. Like, we want to deliver good products. Want to say, hey, here you got it. Here it improved. We want to have at least bi-weekly product updates. And yeah, we will. We are building for. We are not building for Fortune 500 companies. Yeah, that's what we are. What I said before. Like we have live products, we have clients already before the token was even launched. We have revenue generating from day one. Actually, we are shipping these new updates, and we are building for the communities. We are software engineers. We want to build.
And
Just
that's why you need as you know, software engineers many times not always out front, so you need people to work with you, and
yeah.
Marty as well, right?
Exactly. I'm so glad that everyone from the team complements each other very well, because everyone has flaws, and the other is just like catching this and doing it himself because he's the best for it. As you, Lars, like you're an extrovert, you're a perfect host, you're
Well,
making a career as host.
I'm so mixed in personalities. Actually, I can be an introvert as well as an extrovert. You know,
You can do both.
After Albania, every time after dinner, I just went to my room to sleep. I needed peace for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, the alone time, it can't be missed. That's for sure. Yeah,
But it's good with many different personalities because it creates a whole, because everybody works together and complements each other.
absolutely, absolutely.
So we are missing a little bit more to go into, like all the holder benefits.
Oh yeah, that's a really important part for people to buy in. Of course, what are the holder benefits?
What are the holder benefits? Like,
What are the holder
go dig
benefits?
deep.
So at first we have talked about the status you get if you in the end stake or buy the NFT and lock your craft tokens that have what I've mentioned before across the ecosystem. The thing is, if you're holding craft, you automatically will get loyalty points. Loyalty points will depend on how much craft you hold and how long you hold it. Those loyalty points are just one set of multiple points. Like there are activity points for how much you use our products. There will be other points you can earn, like experience points, but we come to that like later on. And the loyalty points and the attention points and everything combined will give you a, a point score. And this point score will get you in a tier. So we will have different tiers from like small to big, from bronze to diamond. We haven't decided the naming yet. But in those tiers, you will have very special things you can do. At first, you will get a dedicated holder page where you can connect your wallet and you can see which tier you are. You can claim your daily or your weekly quests. So we want to gamify everything a bit, but you also see an overview of everything that you have done with Craft. Like if you have connected your Telegram or your Discord or your X, you see a whole analytics about yourself, about the token, about everything. That's the whole the page we want to create for you. And if you get in those tiers, you will and get higher in those tiers, you will get more benefits, of course, of using the products, but also get benefits from fee shares or from product revenue shares with boni and stuff like that. This will be explained so much deeper. But yeah, that's another part of the whole the benefits.
So, do you have a show like how the tiers are working for the holder benefits? Like, is all the benefits of it like?
Yeah, yeah, like the benefits will get with a few stages. Like the first is the status that you can gain in our ecosystem. Like if you have many points, you can get the status across all the products you use. You get benefits by using those products for free, not only the extra small but also the other versions. You will be able to get or you will be able to claim your daily or weekly box. In there can be craft tokens, there can be credits, there can be loyalty points. You will be also be able to craft or to craft to mint your own NFT, to craft it first and then
So
mint
now
it.
you need to tell us about those.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty nice thing we have set up, or we're going to set up. Every holder will get a personal character. Let's say you can craft it how you wish. It could be an anime character, it could be a comic character, whatever you want, or photorealistic. And with some benefits, you will get attributes like scaling your character, but also tools like weapons or shields, whatever fits to your character. And those will be NFTs itself. And then after that, our engines will merge those two, will merge your character with your engine, which generates a whole new NFT, which has this benefits, which can also be sold at a marketplace. But that's very gamified.
Yeah, it is because is that according to X amount of tokens you're holding at the time, or is that bought with tokens, or how is that aspect actually working?
It's loyalty points describe how many tokens you hold for which time you hold. So if you
Also, the
hold,
longer, the more value you actually have for your
yeah,
NFT.
of course. It's like the longer you hold your token, the more value. Like if you're upgrading your character constantly, the more value your character will get, which will itself has benefits and status inside the ecosystem.
That's amazing because that means it doesn't just matter about the amount of tokens, but the
No,
time. So that actually changes.
yeah,
Like it just matters you have a small little pot, like what you call your moon bag, right?
yeah.
Just to get your NFT.
Yeah, like let's say you buy in, you take your initials, and you go with the moon bag. This moon bag itself, if it lays for a long time, you will still be able to reach other tiers. If you are actively referring us to partners or to P2C clients, you will rise in this points and this loyalty points. If you create something with craft and you put it out with the craft engine tag or something, you will earn attention points from it. So it's a whole social economic system where we can track everything you do for us and we can do everything for you. And that's the goal.
So I'm gonna poke you on the staking as well,
Yeah.
because you did mention your staking.
No, 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 not staking. It's or
Ah,
yeah, it's you know, we will have multiple mechanisms. But the thing is, we can say staking because people know, okay, the tokens are locked and you have your benefits or API
well, it is.
acquired.
It's. So let's say it's Craft Engine's version of it, right?
Exactly, with a little more NFT YB things and a little more action going on and
So
possibilities.
pure gamification into it. Like the
Yeah,
pure
exactly,
gamers heart are gonna love it. I can hear.
exactly.
So one thing I really want to go into is a little bit more about the introduction into the character engine,
Oh yeah,
the functionality of that, and how the plan is on this character engine. Because I have a feeling that one is
a
gonna go
Trojan
in.
horse.
Yes, but I have a feeling that one is also gonna work with your little bit of NFT work when you talk characters, right?
Yeah,
So that is my imagination. That's why I want to get a little bit more on that one because I had a feeling it was gonna tie into your character engine.
yeah, it is. It will be deeply your character because what we want to achieve is in the end that not only the projects have a like a representation of the character of the meme, but also you have in our ecosystem, which will like everyone's character will be evolved into some character with its own personality. Maybe your personality, maybe a whole nother
Oh,
personality.
you don't want one with my personality. You're gonna go.
You like we have one Lars. We don't need to say yeah. We could have a second Lars, no problem at all.
Oh, that's gonna go so bad.
Let's talk about the character engine, of course.
Yes, let's go into the character engine.
We've talked about the custom image engine deeply and the image engine we've released. The custom the character engine. It will be the most valuable engine, I think, or we think, because it has so much potentials for bringing value. And as I said, we are releasing or we want to release the character engine also as extra small version soon, where people can go into a Telegram bot, set up a personality, give it a profile pic, and then you got this character in your group. And people will chat with it. They will ask questions about the project, and it will answer it. People will find jokes with it, play with it, and some kind of stuff, and they will bond with it. And the bot
Wait, are you
will
talking about a Tamagotchi by now?
kinda, but you don't need to feed it. That's the good part.
Also, it doesn't die in 7 days because you've got to bathe it, feed it, and play with it.
Maybe it complains that you haven't fed it at one point. That could be the case, because it's like really, it's you can chat with Marty. In our chat you can chat with Marty. He's running on version 1. This
Yeah.
will be kind of the extra small version, a little hint. But we also got the version 2 running, which already on Discord, which already has enhanced moderation skills, which also has a memory, and not only like a static memory where we paste some prompts into a system prompter or something. It has like a full vector database behind it, evaluating every part of the whole ecosystem. And you can also like write with it in a way like, you have this knowledge, change it to that, please. And it does, like it uses tools, the agents, the agentic system, it detects what you want, and it will adjust the character AI.
I'm always wanting to, like, I'm just thinking about my own Tamagotchis, like play balls with it, like
Yeah,
in the chat,
yeah.
then throw a ball to it just to keep it occupied.
We tried to play tic-tac-toe, like
Oh no.
with ASCII, and it worked. Like it figured out it's on Telegram. It needs to make the spaces in that way, and it always draw the right moves. But I think it lost.
Yeah, I have nightmares about tic-tac-toes on a computer and starting Third World War from an old movie.
Yeah, okay, that's the other direction. Oh yeah, there it is on the sheet. Live data fetching, which is another crucial part. So the character I will not be able to only talk about the knowledge. It
Sorry.
would. What are you doing?
I'm zooming out. So I have a my camera works with hand gestures, and sometimes I move my hand
Nice.
wrong, it starts to move.
So you
So
zoom
that
out
one
with that.
is no. So that gesture is to start the AI following. So it follows you around. So I can stand up. I can walk around my apartment. It automatically follows me.
Oh, nice.
The other one, when I do like this, then it will zoom into me instead.
Does it also speak to you?
Happily not.
Thank God, the camera is not speaking yet.
Oh, at one point it will start singing like your like how can I say, like your own little Black Mirror image of yourself with your own little
Yeah,
copy inside
exactly,
it, right?
exactly. Where was I? Yes, the most important
Live
part,
data fetching.
live data fetching. So we are going to fetch live data from the tokens, from the community, from the chart, but also web search and stuff like that, where you can research with your character AI. It can act different in the community, as and when it speaks to an admin, because he detects he's speaking to an admin, he needs to maybe have another personality and give much more feedback of what to say and what to do in some kind of situations. So yes, um, that's the analytics. Of course, it's so valuable. We've seen it. If you get daily analytics about your whole community, you don't miss anything, or you can get the sentiment. You can give them what they want.
Yeah, I remember we actually had the conversation about gathering that kind of information, sentiment, like what, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
How valuable it is to actually get this data, because a lot of people don't realize that a community data, sentiment, and how everything is going,
Yeah.
the daily talks and everything, how important these areas actually is. I know we had the conversation because I was like, I want something like this because I'm missing it. It's
Mm.
I want to have it in groups because pre-hand is much more important.
Absolutely, it is. It really is. It's very important that you analyze your chat and all the messages. Um, the all right, okay,
We need
Ruby's.
to look at the studio, right? Like
Uh,
we should have a sneak peek of the studio.
yeah, we should. We
Yeah,
actually should. Ruby,
yeah.
please share the studio.
Ruby,
So
bring the studio.
bring the studio. As we said, like in hour 2 or so, or in hour 1, the studio will be our B2C app, the web app, where we want every Web3 creator to create their stuff to, and to like equip their community with our tools. Ruby is currently starting the
You know,
first.
sometimes it's like an old Ford from the 1920s. You have to actually roll it up.
Yeah, you need to show it on paper. Here it is. That's the studio, how it is right now. We have started like within image generation and with the meme generation. This is how the user experience will feel like. It will be very simple. You can type, you can click enter, and you get your result right away. You can also like do multiple images at once. You will be able to edit those images once you get in context, and it's just like how we think it should be. There shouldn't be not like a drop down with 20 models to choose from to set any how is it called,
Yeah,
deep
I know.
advanced setting. Everyone has that. Everyone has this, like, people should do everything they want to do, and yeah, that's right, but you should have this simplistic minimalistic style where you can get what
We
you
have
want.
too many choices today, too many places.
Yeah.
And I see three choices: novice, artisan, master. You choose the mastery level of your art, and then
Yeah,
you go directly in what style do you want.
exactly.
How much more simple can that actually be? What did he type? Orange riding an apple car. What is it with the apple cars today?
Everyone is just wants the Apple Car to be released. They worked on it
Oh,
for like 10 years and then they grounded it or so.
no, no. You should. If you knew all the patents that Apple actually hold, you'll go crazy because some of the things are not even real yet.
Yeah, I believe that. Like really. Ruby is currently trying the studio.
Yeah, he's creating himself.
Oh yeah, that kind of looks like
Yeah,
Ruby, to be
as a very
honest.
sleepy moderator. Yeah.
An amazing token chart. Yeah, that's like he's like using the image engine S right now for that. You can see you have different account settings, and all the engines will be on the left side. But we will release this once it's finalized, once we can deliver this user experience where you log in with one click and you can generate an image with one enter and get what you want. Not I've told you, I've downloaded every app on the iPhone App Store, and I've opened it, and there was like a tutorial swiping through 10 times,
And
and
not only
then
that, and then you have to paywall it. Then, like,
then the
oh, to
paywall
use this
comes,
more, you have to pay this. I'm like, what the?
and then you need to watch an ad or something. Then you click on X, and then you get to your prompting window, and from there you get the shittiest results ever. That's what we want to fight. Like, really, like, everyone should just join the studio, should create also for free with the XS. It's that, yeah. Yeah, cool. Ruby has put up that community's fake AI. It's time to build different. That's one of the sheets of our presentation at Balkans, which we have run on the laptop. We build tools that connect. We want the community members to create the content for the project. It's so amazing if they are just generating all the assets that the project in the end uses in social media and the marketing campaigns. And the thing is, If we are infiltrating all those communities, we also have options to like if some tokens are partnered, you know, and they have both the character engine. One could join the other maybe for 50 minutes and or the chat of the other and just trash talk with it, you know, and then it will leave again to his own community. Stuff like that can happen if you're building an ecosystem. And the
Wait,
four,
are you talking about the bots going in talking
yeah,
trash to
exactly,
another bot inside another challenge and just
exactly.
buy and go back?
Exactly. It's like if you're partnered and you have accepted on both levels, then you can activate this mechanism where it joins the chat, it trash talks something, and goes back, and, and then you know, like yeah, it's an ecosystem.
So now you want the bots to talk to each other, right?
The,
That's
the
what you're
the
talking about.
like we haven't had the client yet that has multiple bots inside. If we have
No.
multiple bots inside, of course they should be able to communicate.
So reason why my question comes out a little bit weird is because I know Telegram has regulations about
Yeah.
bots talking to each other. When you're talking about this, are you working on a plan how to get around it?
Yes, because like if we give the answer from a bot to Telegram, then we have saved this answer on our backend, so we know the context, and we are also not like the character AI is not reacting on a slash comment do something. It's like really evaluating every message, looks if it's not safe for work and it needs moderation, but it also like evaluates should I answer or not. If I should answer, then we are answering and saving it into our backend. So they can communicate via our backend together.
Yeah, I even seen Marty automatically times come in completely autonomous, answer a question out of blue, and you're just sitting like that.
Yeah.
Now, nobody was talking to you. Where did
No,
you come
nobody
from?
asks you. Nobody asks you. And sometimes he's still hallucinating. We need to forgive him for that, but he will get better over time. Our good Marty.
That's the thing. He is amazing for V1,
Yeah.
which a lot of people or a lot of projects can't even reach that in V1. That's
Yeah.
the main thing. So I go around a lot. I work a lot in the AI project, but I have yet to see one that can autonomously answer you in the chat without you doing an ad.
Yeah, yeah. Also, like keeping the chat active. He sees like the chat is really slowing down. He just it's like asks something or so, which is cool. Also, I need to mention the character AI can use our engines. So Marty can decide to create an image and send it to the chat if it fits. Stuff like
So
that will also be possible, of course. Ruby shows still the presentation we have provided for
what
the
is the
VC pitch.
slingshot run? So
Uh,
we've been a little bit over it before, but can you go more deep into it or
yeah,
just give us an overview?
exactly. This is our marketing strategy we have talked about. We are currently in phase one slingshot. We have a Trojan horse army, which consists of free generative AI bots like the image engine XS, like the character engine XS. They will be for free. A lot of hundreds, thousands, maybe in the end, 10,000s of communities will use that because it's for free and it provides real value. This is the slingshot. We want to get into every community around there. Please help us to get there. Then we have phase two. This is uprising. If we are in those hundreds and thousands of communities, we can build a layer above the socials. We can build a layer above Discord, Telegram, X, and then we can detect people that are using our systems on X and on Telegram. And if they I need to say like stakecraft. It's not staking. It's not staking. If they generate an NFT and lock their craft, then they will have a higher status across the whole ecosystem. They will join a chat. They will, if they have our bot, he will be like the only one who can do that fancy stuff in there. So he's also needed as creator, of course. And that's step two. Want to get people to use the craft token to gain status. The third part after the uprising will then be floodgate. Once we have all those communities and we can really build B2C products that are valuable, we get to the creator side. We will have a lot of creators working for their own project, for other projects to set up stuff. Like we will have service provider working for other projects to implement our systems there. And all of that will be done in a manner where we can also monetize everything about it, like also like the generation, of course, but also the marketplace. We can, which will have craft as payment system in there, and we will have high traffic content pages where we can sell ads for projects or promote projects and have another revenue stream.
So that's even more of the 50% revenue coming back into community
Even more,
token and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
So
we will.
actually more communities help us and push us to build now, the more comes back to them in the long run.
Not only do we get the eyes on us with providing those free tools, we are also getting like the attention from potential investors. I could pay a tier one KOL a lot of money to get a post out or to do a partnership,
Oh,
but I can also
that's like
use
10, 20K sometimes.
yes, and yes, it's very
And what
expensive.
we're
It's very
doing instead
expensive.
basically is we are making the money that we not would have else used for a KOL. We are making and sharing community and then pushing out everything we have out to communities with our
Absolutely,
communities help, right? Pushing out
absolutely.
the bots, creating the Trojan horse, creating the dependency on Craft Engine, which will make holders of Craft Engine more well, gain more value and gain more from it through the 50% that goes into token community and everything.
Absolutely. In the uprising section, like in the second section after the distribution, those bots will also like lead to paid engines. Like for free, they get stuff for free, but if
Of
we have
course,
so
you
much
need to get
more
them booked.
stuff to if we have so much more stuff to offer and we do it in a paid manner, we automatically have people that convert very easily from the free product to the paid product, which also is like a selling point.
This come back to the creators of WinRAW in a way, because they created WinRAW, pushed it out there without asking for money,
Yeah,
and just say, "Do you want to buy this?" on the side, literally like,
and
"Hey,
it's
do you
still
want to
for
buy it?"
free.
Oh, close it. Today, it's one of the most used systems on all
Yes,
systems, and because so many companies they know, oh yeah, we should get a license for this because else we'll call piracy. Uh, so they bought the license. What is the revenue? I think it was 2.4 billion last year.
was it?
Two guys from Russia created a SIP app because they wanted to make the world easier and just send it out for free in the world. That is basically the
Yes.
Trojan horse you're creating with moderation and community. Now you're creating the next movement of all this.
Exactly. We don't say that it's not it's very necessary to have the KOLs to spread on X and the socials, to buy
Okay, well, that's
trending. It's
important.
very important. But what we say is we can take a part away and we can offer services for free. So many more people will join us and look at us in the end. We just need to distribute those systems.
But it's not only that. What we actually do with the images as well is actually sometimes make it easier for KOLs to help them post as well, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they have an engine that can recreate posts for them, so we can assist them actually earn more money as well.
We have one partner, a KOL partner, that is we are currently generating or training such a model on because he has his own character and he wants to have assets for this to push out. You can compare it a little bit like the Cointelegraph graphics, all the same kind, saying some other stuff. And the KOLs, they also want this. They want to have a clean history on X. What
Yeah.
is needed? A custom image gen. So yes,
That is actually so well put through everything. And look at that beautiful chart. Yes, a little bit red came here now, but look at that uptrend
It's an up and
slowly
down. It's an
rising.
up and down. What
Yeah.
I can tell you is what we are aiming for with the chart, with the token itself. This is a high quality project, and this is a very long term project. This is not your typical meme token. This is also not your typical project that doesn't have a product ready. We have the product ready, and we have the clients, and we are generating a good amount of revenue now, and we will scale even further. 50% of the revenue will go back into the tokens. Different types like burn mechanisms and airdrop mechanisms for that. We want to not be like, oh, we can have this central exchange from Asia, the small one, to get listed. We are do not want to get listed from a small exchange. We want to aim for the big exchange. We want especially aim for Coinbase, and there we have some strategy that I will tell in the next hour about. All right.
Yeah, exactly. No, but the thing is, yeah, that's why I love this project, is because we're actually focusing on high level exchanges instead of just
Yeah.
any exchange. So one thing everybody has to remember in this space is that a token, anyone can list anywhere as they want. So sometimes you will see, for example, Craft Engine would be like all of a sudden on an exchange. If it has not been announced by a team or by Craft Engine team at any point, it is a unannounced listing that is not connected to us, which is them willing to actually just list it, meaning that they can list and delist as they want. Some exchanges, the small ones, they can actually use this to create a little bit of fun. So it's very important to understand that if it's not a listing from a team, we have no control.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much for mentioning all of that. Let's have a quick break. We all
Yeah.
need it, and let's get into the next hour, maybe the last hour. Let's see how we can wrap it up. We will be back in 10 to 20 minutes, I would say.
10 to 20 minutes. We need more coffee, and I need to
Yeah.
find another beer
All
because
right,
I ran
buddy.
out. Maybe back, isn't it? I got
I
myself a beer.
I got myself also one.
There you go. So, Benny, let's go over a little bit what we've been over the last 5 hours.
Yeah, it's been a long launch day and launch stream. Let's recap everything. At first, we have documentation. If you go to docs.craftengine.dev, you can find any information about the tokenomics. You can scan like the QR code on the right. You can find everything about the project and about the image engine XS. We have gone over the team first, like Ruby and me, we are software developers, senior software developers, enhanced by AI like 10 times. We are putting out so much more than we have 4 years ago. And we have built Craft Engine. We have 6 team members right now who are dedicated working on it. We will have much more in the future, searching for a dev, an AI enhanced dev. Here you can see Ruby and also Marty. I forgot Marty. He's like our crazy AGI that is helping us out in so much so much areas.
We
Uh,
can't
that,
forget Marty. He's like the team mascot.
yeah, you can talk to Marty in the chat. He's like a character AI with running on Character Engine XS. Exactly. So the team. One of the core values is that we want to search for people that are also AI enhanced that can do the work of a whole department. It will be like a small team with hopefully a lot of revenue. We've talked about all of our engines, our
Yeah,
generative AI engines for communities, especially for communities. We
exactly.
released we released the image engine XS, the extra small, for free. We will scale this in as many communities as possible. Please help us. Please refer us. Say this is for free. Use it. Try it. You can do everything. In the docs, you can see how it works and how you can
Yeah.
work with it.
Plus, for the communities, there's 2 times $50 up for grabs for 2 very good candidates that can bring in the right projects. And his crafter will be taking care of the partnership. So please do DM him with him, and he will talk over to me. Remember to mention I'm here for the prize, basically.
Exactly. Like here's an image from our new image engine XS. That's our cheapest model. It's for free, and it's our worst, less capable model that we will offer. It only gets better from there, but it's already good. Yes, go to
Yeah,
Hitch,
it is.
please.
It actually has 5 fingers on him. Like both hands has 5 fingers. I seem one might be cut off, but you can actually see it's cut off.
Yeah, it's the fingers are always some tricky part for AI. They will
The
resolve
fingers
that
and the
soon.
eyes, right?
Exactly. While we are infiltrating all those communities, we don't hesitate to get people from Solana, for example, in or from Ethereum, because on our docs there are awesome bridging mechanisms how you can buy the craft token with Solana in just a few clicks, with bridging with Phantom or with bridging with MetaMask from ETH. So that's not a problem. You can still buy Croft. Why should you buy Croft? Croft with the ticker CRFT has like 100 million total supply. We have a 5% buy and sell fee, which is used in the beginning for product development. It will like it uh, uh, the fees will have a one-time off switch. So once the product revenue is supporting the business, the fees will be switched off. The craft token. The craft token will drive the whole ecosystem around our engines, not only our free engines, but also our paid engines. So we have a different marketing strategy. The first is to get into thousands of communities with our image engine and with our character engine. The second part is to use the craft token to gain status, to gain features within this ecosystem while generating a character of yourself, generating an NFT, and giving it value and locking the craft token away. So you get status. That's the uprising part, the uprising phrase. Then we have Floodgate, which is the third phase. We get discovered by these influencers, which we can provide value to. They always hear our name, they see our name. This is what we are targeting to, and then we can release our B2C tools for the iPhone for Web 2, which won't show anything about the token. It should be just an awesome app for generative AI, but also for our studio, which we had a little glimpse on how we want to make it feel. The fourth phase is Foundry. After we get like the creators, we have an ecosystem, we have clients, we have creators, then we are the main platform. Then we have become the biggest generative AI provider in the space, and that's how we want to what we want to achieve with our tools. How do we do that? We do that with high quality, with a good user interface, with a good user experience, while being cheap and payable at once.
And that's the way you do it, right? You do it all the right ways. And
Yes,
that's basically what we've been over the last like 4 or 5 hours going through all of these subjects.
yes,
So the main thing is now we talk a lot about B2B partners.
yeah.
So can you bring out what the potential is in our B2B partners?
So we have on the one side we have B2B clients, of course, who are using the higher quality models and pay for them. But we also have B2B partners. And if you scroll through our history, you can see all the announcements. We have, for example, a partnership with Cryptify AI, which we will work together to evaluate KOLs, to build community tools for KOLs evaluation. We have a partnership with SRT3, which is very valuable because a lot of people are helping us out, advising us on different stuff, and we're thankful for that. We also have a new partnership with Compute 3, who are providing H100 GPUs for models. We are also in talks with Hash AI to use their GPU power for our models. So this will be an essential part. We already have B2B partners, but we will gather so much more in the future because it's so valuable to work
And that's
together.
amazing. So basically, what we should say to every single community member: check your goddamn pin messages. All the
Exactly.
details are there.
All the details are there. We have the history on X. We have the history on Telegram. Click through it. It's been a long path already. We are working on it since October, and finally we launched the token. And from here we can scale, and we will scale.
Exactly. So the scaling also comes within the tokenism and the financials and everything. So can you go tell us more? How does Craft Engine's tokenism actually work and benefit users?
Absolutely. So on the one side, we have the fees, which is split it into token and Ethereum, and the token part will be used also for product integration and airdrops. So the token. Do you have a question?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I just moved.
You just moved. Okay. I thought you were like trying to speak. The second part is besides the fees, we are going to integrate the token into the ecosystem as a SAT. Like you can create your own character. You can also lock craft as many as you wish and get a status out of that. If you're holding craft, it depends on the amount and the time you hold, you're earning loyalty points. A dedicated holder page that shows everything about you, where you can also connect your socials, your Telegram and Discord, will show you analysis of your holdings and also analysis of your status inside and your tier. So you earn loyalty points while holding. You're earning attention points if you create something and it gets a lot of attention inside the socials, for example. And you get like usage points for using our products consistently. And all those points combined gives you a tier.
That's actually very nice. So I know a question that is gonna come up a lot,
Yeah.
especially on tokenisms. It always comes down
Yeah.
to wallets. And
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what are the wallets that are controlled by Craft Engine.
All right, cool. We will put that tomorrow into our docs, and we will lock all the team wallets we have. So what we have done is we have put 70% into the liquidity pool and 30% were team tokens. Those are distributed like for marketing, for the team, for product development, for business development, and for SEX, for centralized exchanges. Those wallets, if they aren't yet, they will be locked. All the team wallets will be locked for 2 years, and the central exchange wallet will be locked for 1 year because we might get into connection for that early on. And
You
you will
need that.
see we have full transparency on those, and we will list them on the docs tomorrow.
Exactly. So there is some. I have to ask because I know this question is going to come. So there are two wallets where I presume this is the tax wallets, right?
Yeah, we will also have the tax wallets into the document. I'm in the stream mode right now, so the technical part needs to be evaluated after our stream. But yes,
Yeah.
those will also be transparently shown.
To anyone watching, those wallets he's actually mentioning, you will be able to see directly on the token holders. Reason why we want to mention them as well is that so you understand that these are not anyone else's. They are controlled by CraftEngine, and they are going to be secured within CraftEngine, and that is the
Exactly.
main part.
Exactly. And the full transparency, of course.
Exactly. So everybody talks about this, and everybody hates bull market and bear market strategies. What is your
Mm.
point on this?
Yes. So within the bull market, it's obvious that our products will scale into a lot of new projects. We want to get the creators, the new projects to use our products to build the communities. That's a bull market strategy to get B2B clients to pay for the custom image engine, for example. The bear market strategy is more on the Web 2 and B2C side with our studio, which is not only like Web 3, like everybody can use that, of course, but also like the iPhone app, because there's a real lack of good generative AI apps. And I think we can be first mover. We are actually sketching that out right now and planning it for the next weeks.
Well, the bull market and bear market strategies are very different because one is
Yeah.
like everybody's hyped and to the moon or Mars, whatever, where we're going.
Yeah.
And then you have the bear market where everybody's under the covers and they're like, is that a chart going up soon? So
Yeah,
everybody, I know
exactly.
it's always different things. And I love the thing that we're gonna work on getting the product into others to actually help strengthen ourselves. So
Exactly.
we talked about a lot of over these last many hours about the current product, what we have here and now, but we have not talked about the long-term roadmap and vision, the
Oh, yeah.
strengths, weaknesses, 1 year roadmap, everything that's coming at the longer stuff, like everything that is going to come within the next year and beyond.
Yes, absolutely. We have talked a bit, kind of a bit with the phases. Those are like terminated, but our roadmap will be that we are finalizing all our engines on the socials on Telegram. We can't wait to introduce, for example, the edit command into the custom image engine, because so many people want to get their character next to the favorite meme token, for example, so we will have bi-weekly updates for the next few months about improving and releasing these products. And then when we go to the next phase and we have scaled, then we will release the B2C products, and hopefully be also first mover there with this quality we can provide. And from there, yeah, it's all explained with the phases of the marketing. We flow with that.
Everything connects together, right? So we actually went through everything we want to go through. So I actually want to open up the chat a little bit, like have the community actually ask us questions that they felt was not answered
Of
or they
course.
need more depth into. So guys, I'm looking at the Telegram chat, I'm looking at the Discord chat. Sorry, I have 3 screens here. So I have screens all around me. Please, now's your time to ask your questions, or as the saying church, or forever keep your silence. Da 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 da.
Morning sun is shining. It's
Me.
And Marta came in to surprise us a little bit, just out of the blue.
Ah, we are on again. Okay.
Yeah, I've been on here all the time.
All right.
So
So
I have a feeling that a lot of the community already had a lot of their question answered. I do see a few people typing over in Telegram right now, so I'm just waiting for them to knock it through. You know, the thing about a stream is that it's at a 30-second delay. So often they don't see anything until we actually on the other side of it.
yeah, that's true.
So I see a lot of people mentioning Moon Talk today. So I actually researched it. That is the number one Chinese exchange for crypto.
Yeah.
The thing is, we will get in contact with different exchanges over time. We cannot say which exchanges will be. As you know, any exchange you work on is under NDA. So a lot of talks can be in. Personally, I hadn't heard about Moon Talk before everybody started shelling it in the chat. But I actually went in and looked at it. It's like, so like they're actually number one in China. And you know, China's very famous, infamous for being very harsh on crypto sometimes.
Sometimes not.
Exactly.
We get
So many things.
we got a question. How easy will it be for an inexperienced person to set up a chatbot for their meme coin community? And that's exactly the point, Abix. Thanks for the question. It's the user experience is one of our core values. So it will be as easy as possible. In fact, the system for the image engine XS I found because one of my boys, which is like 10 years old, he tried ChatGPT out before it was good for image generation, and he just didn't get his like he prompted and prompted, but he didn't get his image right. So I thought you can do that so much better, and we delivered the system to like a 10-year-old. So this is our core value user experience. It will be very easy.
Well, as to say, explain it to me, Milan 5.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
because
If
those
you
prompts are so easy that a 5-year-old could basically do it.
it's like a benchmark right now. If we do something, I give it to my boy and then see. Like he's not he's really good in this stuff, but he's still like acting like you need to get behind what he wants to really give him what he wants, and AI can do that.
Yeah. So I see Abbott Hex commented third up again. Sorry, my scroll button is really not working for me. So there we go. So he's here to win the prize. He can connect us with people with Argument that would love to use the AI too. I can connect you with amazing dev who has already built cutting tech that has been built before. Free, I can connect you with awesome GPU resource platform that is one of a kind. Abbott, please send all this text over to
Yeah.
Hitchcrafter because he handles all the partnerships, connections, and everything. Because sometimes you don't want to see my DMs. I have 2 million unread DMs or messages over the last 4 years. So please
You
send
don't
over
want
to
to connect
Hitchcrafter.
there to fall in
Yeah,
this 2 million spot somewhere.
please. Hitchcrafter will gladly take the notes and everything and set up.
Cool, very cool. Thank you so much for looking how to connect us also, and we will be happy to help. Why don't you, Dr. Strange, why don't you have Marty as an AI bot on X? Perhaps it can analyze charts and gain some attention this way, or even have it speak on spaces. So, yes, absolutely. This will be like the end form of Marty, where you can really join the voice chat. And the other stuff comes before that. We actually have like an image recognition in there because for one client we need to actually, or we want to actually analyze the chart. So these tools will be added and be more filled with other data. And the integration X is actually also over API possible. So we had some dev building an application that used our API to get the character on X. And we will provide this wrapper also after it is finalized for Telegram and Discord. That's also like everything is on plan.
Even Marty answered that one in the chat. I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah, it's a solid idea. Thank you,
Mm.
Marty. Thank you, Marty.
So the one thing I found it hard, I work with always to try the integration text is often the API,
Yeah.
and the prompts going into that API can sometimes be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. But
So Marty's asking a question: should I crash the internet again, Benny? Was it
yeah,
fun last?
like last week when we wanted to launch. No, it's I think Marty also has like a not safe for work filter. Let's hope. So those prompts don't go through. Oh, cool. Do we have any more questions? I need to explain maybe when we expect our next also marketing campaign. As we will have bi-weekly launches, we also want to promote them in a way that's acceptable. Like if you have a big launch, we will set up a big marketing campaign. If you have a medium launch, we will target the right people for that. So you can expect us to work on those strategy in the course of the next days. It's also so like very valuable to hold the volume up, of course, but also to, to for the chart to look good in some way. So yes, we are planning out the next marketing campaign around the next product launch or feature launch, which will be the Trojan horse for our marketing campaign. Can you? Oh,
Can you use Marty to create website on third-party platforms like Shopify, DR Strange?
as we have coded our game engine, we also thought about what else could Web3 projects need out of the box, and websites are also an essential part. Every project needs a website, which is looking good. So we have made the decision that right in the corner somewhere, if everything else is working out, we are designing a web engine where you can design your meme token websites, for example. Yes.
So, does Ruby have any more hidden questions for us? I see he is typing now.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
So
Cool.
we have about the raid tonight. So Marty is actually gathering all the data. So the winners of tonight's raid during the live stream will be announced tomorrow, right, Benny? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it will be tomorrow.
Yeah. And Marty will send it out through Benny, so he's getting all the data.
Marty will advise me to announce the winners tomorrow when we analyzed everything.
I'll send you a DM when I wake up sometime in the afternoon, because it's 4 a.m. here now.
Yeah, come on, 3 hours sleep, then we're hustling again.
I'm not that young anymore. I can only drink. I can drink the whole
Come
night.
on.
It's very hard sitting on a live stream. I've been loving it. It's been lovely sitting with our community and a lot of fresh people coming in.
Yeah.
Right now, before we are going off, the chart is currently at 328k market cap. Fully diluted is 460k,
Very nice.
which is actually a very good set for 4 o'clock in
Yes.
the morning our time.
Yes. And we haven't like used our connections yet, so it's a pretty good
haven't
launch
used
day
anything.
for us. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. We will this video this hours will be wrapped up in different videos so people can see it. Of course, it is recorded, and we will be on VC and live streams and this constantly. So it won't be long until you hear from us. Right now, we are going to bed. I'm sleeping for 3 hours. Lars is sleeping for 2 hours, and then we are getting back to work.
Well, I have to have coffee with my grandparents in 4 hours, so that's perfect.
All right, perfect. Have a great one. Thank you so much.